There we go. There's the... It started. There it goes. Hey, everybody. Welcome, Internet.
That red on red accident.
Yeah, no, it looked beautiful. I'll say very appropriate as it is now, whatchamacallit, Valentine's times.
Valentines.
Valentines. Is indeed. Valentines. Hey, everybody. What are you guys doing for Valentine's? Tracy, what are you doing?
Work.
Knox, what are you doing? And I will be doing work. Yes, I will maybe be doing something with Clint, but it might be better spent on Saturday or Sunday, honestly, so. Newt! Oh my goodness! I was like, what? What's that? What appeared on Tracy's head? By God! By George! It is him, the amphibian. Newt. Our personal Kermit. Only mildly sentient. What are you doing for Valentine's? Newt? You don't know? Aw. Oh! So also for Valentine's you are gonna be doing work. Yeah. It's Monday.
You're starting. Did you already start?
Audio issues. Oh no. Bouncing. Let me let me jack up the gain. Here we go. How's that? Is that better, guys? Your gain is way jacked up because apparently everybody's used to hearing. Everybody's used to hearing internet audio.
How's this?
Stream.
You sound fine to me. Well, I
You're fine. I can hear you fine.
Dependent on how OBS is picking this up.
It's OBS, and I just cranked up
OBS.
the filter so that the gain is like way up. But
I wonder. I'm gonna check a permission thing just because I want to make sure that Fable does not somehow have. Okay, Fable does not have priority speaker. Because what
No.
priority speaker does in Discord is basically makes Fable louder than everyone else because they're more important.
that's an interesting feature. But no, I didn't turn any such thing on.
But no, Fable does not have priority speaker.
It sounds like a great way to troll people, though. If you're like in a call with your friends, you turn on priority speaker just to be like, "This is the voice of God." But I think it has something to do with however stuff gets processed through OBS to YouTube. For some reason, it cranks you guys down. Oh wait, here's the other reason why it might be happening. Wait. Yeah, I see that the volume actually is down on OBS. So let's do this so I don't break everybody's ears. 1 second. All right, now talk. Let's see how that goes.
Hello.
Talk.
Is that a little better?
Gotcha.
Me.
Oh, also to answer your question from earlier, just finished my first week
Nice.
at a.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
Nice. So today, everyone, I'm going to be working a little bit more on this Mitzi. And, yeah. I'm very loud. Yeah, that's probably... There's no end to the balancing on all this. These guys are coming through Discord. This is... it's never good enough. It's never good enough. There's always going to be somebody who says that, oh, this is too loud, or this is not loud enough.
I don't think it's their fault. It's
Oh,
like
no. No, it's nobody's fault.
It's just like
everybody.
I don't know what it is with audio where you just cannot get it consistent between
No.
streams. If you fix it for one stream, it'll be broken for the next inevitably, no matter
Oh yeah.
how careful you are about not adjusting the settings.
Yeah, everybody will be like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Oh yeah, this is perfect." And then the very next stream, everybody's like, "Nope, the sound is bad. I can't hear anybody."
I don't know. Rankamark says, I have your Volume 1 book you signed for me a long time ago, I think from WonderCon in Anaheim or San Diego Comic-Con. Oh wow, yeah, that must have been like the early 2010s or something. Well, cool. Glad to have you here.
Yep.
I hope the book held up for you.
Looking
Opium
forward to
says, Tracy sounds great now. Okay, good.
Good.
You are officially Opium approved.
Hunter Powell says, have you ever played LA Noire? No, I've seen some gameplay of it. I think I watched some Let's Play content of it a while ago. But it definitely looked like it was something that'd be up my alley, content-wise. Melted Note says, have you tried streaming on Twitch? Yeah, we did a lot of streaming on Twitch earlier on in the production. But kind of found we'd get a bigger audience on YouTube, and we want to build the YouTube channel as well, so...
It was also difficult to mod 2 channels at once.
Yeah. Yeah, for a time we were doing both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
With, what's that thing called?
Restream.
Restream.
And that would be very useful, but the problem with it is that if you start to gain any kind of audience, then restreaming can be really difficult because you have to mod those chats. Like, it's going to be full of bots at least, at minimum, let alone, like, crappy people. So if you don't have dedicated people per chat, it can become a mess.
Mm-hmm. Which could do, but
Right.
not worth the effort.
Yeah.
So, true. And to explain a little further, when I say we're trying to build a channel, it's because we are dropping the film here at some point.
Yeah.
And so we want there to be people here to watch it, and when we kind of like divide our audience like that, it just gets very confusing about like where you are and things. I still do patron-only streams on Twitch, but those are a much smaller, more intimate affair, and yeah, YouTube just seems like a...
$5 tier folks do recommend.
Oh.
They're very fun.
Thanks, Nick.
They're great.
Well, largely thanks to you guys being there often, so...
Hey,
Hey, I like watching you draw,
before we
too.
were There. I've always enjoyed your
Atheline
patience,
says, have
you
you
know.
ever played Dragon Realms? I used to work for the company that made Dragon Realms. Did you know that? Or
Play it.
just- Were you trolling me?
Have you guys ever made stickers or pins? I believe that is a good question for you to answer.
Yeah.
Funny you say that.
Yeah, we have some pin stuff going on back here. That's another
Here in
thing
the back
I've
rooms.
I've shown some of the
This
in-progress stuff to patrons, but
the very
Not
clandestine
to,
merch development room. It's very dark.
yes.
It's lit only with like
Right.
red LEDs at the top.
we call
There
it the
is
war
a
room,
mirror table.
but really
Yes.
we're just designing
There's-
stickers.
a highly reflective and long and also
Trying to-
coffin shaped roughly table
Yeah,
is in the middle of the room, and the ceiling is also very reflective. I don't know where I'm going
It's like
here.
a
I just think
scene
mirrors are
from
creepy.
Dr. Strangelove, but we're
Yeah.
just deciding what to put sparkles on.
Yeah. While like laughing menacingly.
Yeah.
There is a cat at the head of the table. There's nobody holding the cat. There just is one in a massive chair. And whatever Maya walks on, because of course it's Maya, that's what becomes the new merch. Does that sound about right? She's usually pretty good about picking merch too, but it's hard to get her to focus.
Yes, it is.
By the way, Nude, I am using the G-Docs again.
Okay. Have we pinned the form link, the fillable link in chat?
Edward Wan says, where will the film be released? On YouTube. Here. We'll make a lot of noise about it, before it before it drops, so don't worry. You won't. I don't think it, if you're paying any attention at all, I don't think you'll miss it. So. Infinite Sky wants to know if I've played Cuphead. Again, no. I have watched Let's Plays of it. It's a gorgeous game.
If we could get a friend who can play Cuphead onto the stream, that would be a really cool thing to stream, though. It's like a friend who can play it well. You do not want to watch me play Cuphead. It would be very frustrating.
I know it has a reputation for being extremely hard.
Yeah.
For a number of years, I worked in the game industry and never played any games because I didn't have any time. So it was like working more than 40-hour work weeks, usually 50 to 60, and then coming home and trying to draw comics. And like there just was not room for games. There still really isn't room for games, but I've been trying to squeeze in some time with like the crew and stuff. Every other night or so, we'll spend a little time goofing around with something, and it's been good for our mental health, I think, because it's just like being trapped inside for the past 2+ years,
several decades.
Yeah, it feels that way. And then toiling over this thing, which I mean, I love it, but it's also it's hard and it's a lot between this and like Kickstarter backer fulfillment and book printing and Patreon things and just trying to keep your head above water and moving this thing forward. It's been rough, so we need some occasional breaks, which is kind of why we incorporate a little game session at the end of these streams.
There was a question on the approximate release date of the film again.
2022.
2022. Okay. Funanori asks, any tips on animating lip sync?
Yes. Do not put the mouth motion at the exact same point as the waveform of your audio. Put it about a frame or two before. Otherwise, it doesn't sync up well. It's just kind of quirk of human psychology plus the factors regarding frame rate versus audio, kind of quote-unquote frame rate.
Huh.
Yeah. So you have to put if you're lip syncing, make sure that the phonemes, the mouth motions, occur slightly before when the noise does.
Opium asks, any games any of you are looking forward to?
The Atomic Heart official trailer just dropped. Looking forward to that. I've been following that for years. Almost got hired by them.
Ooh.
Nice. The Chrono Cross re-release is something I've been looking forward to play. I've been wanting to replay that game, so that's cool.
What else is coming out? There's a ton of stuff that's scheduled to come out. This year, Kerbal Space Program 2 is coming out. I will be all over that.
Ooh.
Speaking of, we were joking about how fun it would be if we got Mike on stream and you were trying to teach him Kerbal Space Program.
Oh yeah, folks in chat, do you want a stream where Newt, the science boy, teaches Mike, the Chaos Child, to play Kerbal Space Program and land something on the moon? Or the Mun?
Other extremely
Take a shot every time the rocket explodes. Newt will be dead inside of 30 minutes.
If we do this, if we actually do this, and we want to do this, I will go downstairs because, for folks who don't know, I have quite an elaborate liquor cabinet.
Ooh.
I will go and I will pour some drinks, and we will let's say motivate it.
I just imagine like you will need the alcohol before too long. He's be like, no, that's not what you. Anyway,
Just
I'm preparing my shot.
Parachute, Mike, parachute, Mike. We've come so far, Mike.
Yeah, if we could get him to do that, that'd be pretty fun. Who is Newt? Is he a VA? Newt should be.
That is a.
We
I've been
jokingly
told
called
I'm
you our
really
Kermit. Yeah,
You do.
we jokingly called you our Kermit, and you even kind of sound a little Kermity.
Hello, folks. Kermit the Frog here. But I am a
Newt.
newt. I am the
Yes.
the small amphibian who pulls the levers behind the curtain.
Yes, Newt is community
Newt
manager,
is,
and
Yeah, he's the community leader at the Lacadaisy Discord, and founder of that Discord, honestly. And he is also a 3D layout artist and 3D asset modeler and IT person. So, like, all of the things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
all
basically
crew,
true.
he does absolutely too much, and
Mhm.
we worry about him. But yes,
Yeah, we are grateful to have
Mhm.
Newt around.
Newt
It's great.
reminds me of Newt from Aliens. I don't. Aliens.
That's
like,
wasn't that the
like
little
AVP?
girl?
It's the little girl, the little blonde girl. Okay.
I don't remember a Newt from Aliens.
It's
I gotta
the little
Google it.
child. She, like, her nickname is Newt or something. But I don't know
Oh,
why.
her. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Maybe
I
just
think
the
it's
name,
just the
like,
name
makes me
reminds
think
them,
of
yeah.
that or something, I guess.
yeah.
There are worse Newts to be reminded of, so it's okay.
I don't know if you try and search. My family has digressed to me that it has been a pain in the ass. So for holidays and birthdays and occasions and everything, my family is now all resorted to sending me salamander themed items.
They fully embraced it.
Nah.
That's
I'm okay
great.
with. I have so many Newt stickers and mugs and hats and shirts.
Oh,
and
you
it's
just-
very, it's very cute.
You just remind me I got some Newt stickers. I'm gonna have to stick them on my computer.
Nice. But yeah, they have they've explained that it's an absolute pain in the ass to search for anything merchandising related to Newts,
Oh, no.
specifically Newts, because it's either Newt Scamander or Newt from fucking Maze Runner, and that is it.
At least
For sure, for a
it's not
second, you
Newt
made me think
Gingrich.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh man, is there like a shitload of Newt Gingrich merchandise that I had no idea?
It's just like t-shirts with his face on it or something.
It's the Newt Gingrich branded like massage chair, guys. Newt Gingrich branded bath bombs. Oh yeah, gotta love it.
Newt Gingrich massage chair. His face is like right on the massage point, so just his
Yes.
jawbones can massage your back.
Oh my god.
He just gently gnaws on your shoulders.
In his infamous book, How to Walk Out on Your Spouse When They're Dying of Cancer.
That's when you know you need a massage chair.
Uh-oh, we're getting political. We better stop. Okay.
Yeah,
Has Newt ever seen Ned's Newt cartoon? I don't know what Ned's Newt cartoon
is
is.
that?
At
Oh,
least
really?
At least
What
by
is
that
it?
name. I might know it if I see it, but I don't know of something called
it's a very it is specifically called that. It's a I think Canadian cartoon that was about a boy who gets a pet newt and discovers it is super boring. So he is given a special kind of pet food that turns the newt into a giant walking upright super powered friend super powered friend archetype that gets into shenanigans.
Oh, so like actual Newt.
that. Oh my god, it's Calvin and Hobbes, but with a salamander.
This
and
is
he
perfect.
and he has to keep it secret.
That's so perfect. That sounds like
Oh my God, I
prime
love
material
him. I
for
need
something which
this.
will get adapted into a children's cartoon by DreamWorks shortly.
I mean, it was a children's cartoon already.
Oh wait. Well, I mean, so was Peabody and Sherman. I mean, but I was
yeah.
thinking of a movie. Damn it! I'm sorry. I'm thinking of like all the weird adaptations that DreamWorks has done. It's like why so many? Who asked for the Peabody and Sherman movie? Who was that for? Do kids even know who Peabody and Sherman was?
Odd.
Yeah, it was a weird choice.
Didn't it make the father or the dog like the father figure or something?
It did. The
Like
dog
some
was
weird
now the
dynamic.
dad,
So it
and they were
literally
like,
made him the father
"Oh,
figure. He
the-
adopted Sherman.
He adopted
Like,
Sherman.
that
He's
was-
like, it's
that
our
was the
billionaire
whole
dog
plot of the
inventor,
movie.
but the whole world is against him and his adoptive son because they're like, a dog can't
such
adopt
a
a child, and
weird-
it's like, a billionaire can.
Like,
It's a
what?
billionaire dog. Nobody's gonna stop this dog. Billionaire dog does whatever he wants. Can you
I
imagine?
can adopt anyone I want.
like the Peabody and Sherman movie, but it's more about the fact that this dog is a billionaire than the fact that the dog does time travel.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, the entire opening of the movie is him trying to adopt Sherman, and then the government being like, "Well, you are this multi-billionaire, super intelligent inventor,
But
you're
also,
a dog.
dog.
So it's kind of weird." So no.
That won't stop me. I'm a billionaire and also a time traveler and also a dog. Just like
I invented Zumba.
Okay.
that was a line. That was a line in the movie. I forgot about. We need to rewatch. We have to watch that movie
We should
together
watch
because
it in this. Yeah,
we should
watch it in this
absolutely
order.
after this stream we gotta watch the Peabody and Sherman movie because it is pretty off kilter.
We watched Happy Feet 2 the other day, and oh my god.
Happy Feet 2 is cinematic. Happy Feet 2 is an
It's
example of
self-destructive. It was
yes,
self-destructive.
cinematic self-harm by the people involved. It is pretty apparent that this was a paycheck. Yeah, it's like everything about the original Happy Feet that you loved. If you were like, boy, I sure love dancing penguins and variety shows. And I'm not being jokey or sarcastic here. I actually love Happy Feet, unironically. It is a fun time.
Enjoy Happy Feet, but
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it's largely because it's just a music dance show.
Yeah,
thing.
that's it. That's all it is. It's like Cats. It's just pretty
It's like
colors.
Cats, but with penguins.
Yeah. It's
penguins,
cats,
that's it.
penguins.
Yeah, right.
It's great. That's all it's like, you know what? That's
I hope
fine.
they don't do a live-action adaptation in which they're weirdly human-looking.
I guess it has a little bit
Penguins
more to of a
shaking
point to
their
it than
butts
Cats, to be fair to Happy Feet. It does have a plot, even if it's a strange one, and mostly because they decided to fit actual video footage of humans with the CGI of that time, and neither of them are composited together well, so it looks really, really awkward and frankly terrifying. When he is in that zoo, it's like, what is happening?
It was a weird choice.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they could have done CG humans that would have looked.
No, that's probably why
At
they
the
did it
time,
in
they
video.
just wouldn't have
Yeah.
looked. Yeah, it would have looked so uncanny, even more uncanny, I think. But I just wanted to respond to something Eric Feld says. I discovered Lacadaisy exactly a year ago today. I remember because right then I was checked into rehab for opioid and benzo addiction and had just been
Oh.
through a terrible breakup. Thanks for all this. Hey, I hope you're doing okay, for one thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that sounds like a
likewise.
remarkably bad time. So yeah, I mean, if the comic or anything helped a little, or made you smile once or twice, I'm really honored to hear that. And I hope you're doing better these days.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know that. Go ahead, Newt.
People
Sorry.
not super aware, I found Lacadaisy just before Volume 2 released while getting a plasma infusion.
What is it with this comic finding people during horrible medical moments? It made it bearable,
Just
I hope.
browsing my phone on Tumblr while I was hooked up to the machine, and it was just going, and I was like, oh, there's this cat comic everyone's freaking out about that just announced Volume 2 is about to release. I'll take a look at it. And then I forgot about it for like 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's the community manager.
That was me when I saw Mordecai go by on Twitter at some point. I was like, that's a well-drawn cat. I will check this later.
Well, I mean, to be fair, making sure you have enough blood in your body is probably more important than, you gotta
No,
focus on some
no.
other. You gotta prioritize. It's cool, but yeah, no, I whichever way people stumble on it, I'm happy for that, and grateful if anyone sticks around to read it. So.
Is plasma infusion what Jason calls it?
It took me a moment. That was good.
Jason,
No,
our
that's what he
resident
calls his
vampire.
favorite cocktail.
Earlier, Hunter
What?
Powell asked TV question: are you afraid of the dark versus Goosebumps?
Oh, that's.
Ah, that's a tough one. I think. Are You
Which one
Afraid of
had the
Dark
better
is-
intro?
I don't think I've seen Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I think
Are you-
Goosebumps was had weirder stories, but Are You Afraid of the Dark
Probably.
had a slightly more creepy vibe to it overall, as I recall. But I didn't really watch the Goosebumps cartoon
Are
show
You Afraid
much.
of the
I
Dark
only
was
saw...
like the Midnight Society one, right? Where they
Yeah, the one with the campfire. I think that thing had
Yeah.
like just such iconic visual, just having these kids around a campfire and the way it started every episode. It was really interesting. And then Nick built like this entire branding mechanism around it, where they had like the orange couch in front of the fire. And that was supposed to represent, okay, it's teen time, and that's when we do Are You Afraid
Oh,
of the
yeah,
Dark?
they
And
had
this is
this
all
thing
before
called
Adult
Snick.
Swim.
It was
Yeah.
Saturday Night Nickelodeon, yeah.
You know,
it was,
I
it was
miss...
kind of like a
I miss Snick.
precursor to
Snick was cool.
precursor to Adult Swim, I guess, but it was still
Yeah.
a little more for kids than Adult Swim.
Yeah.
But it was a
It
little bit
seemed
like that.
adult
It was
back when I was like 10, you know, so...
like- yeah.
I remember I was getting really excited when they were about to premiere the Animorphs TV show on Snick. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, sometimes TV shows can be bad. And I was so sad. Because I've been looking forward to that so much.
Aw.
Boy,
Yeah, I remember
they
that being a
tried.
big deal when I was a kid. We'd get all
Yeah.
excited about the Saturday night, especially the Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes. There's a YouTube channel, I think it's Pushing Up Roses, that occasionally does like reviews of those old episodes of both of those shows that are quite entertaining. Just for, a little nostalgia throwback and the kind of humorous look at some of that stuff.
Nice to hear Pushing Up Roses is still going. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I think they met like some sort of sub goal recently, actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them way back in the day. Spoopy Natural says, could we perhaps see the Rubberhose model sheets on Patreon?
Maybe. I mean, I kind of roughly constructed these, not really with the intention of anybody else really seeing or using them much, but, if you guys want to see the doodles I did just so that I have some material to refer to while I'm working, sure, why not? It's up to Tracy, though.
Yeah, I haven't shared like the illustration I did yet with anybody but patrons. Although you can see bits and pieces of it here. And obviously, yeah, like over in the left corner there, that Mitzi is from that. But yeah, Fable, if you want to share your sketches, by all means, feel free.
Sure.
Two related questions. Force Without Leaves asks, how are you feeling, Newt? And Chris asks, "'Tis been a while. How have you all been?"
Personally, doing okay. Really hurting, because I'm out of shape. I mean, I'm not out of shape. I'm not in shape, but I'm not out of shape. I am uncooked asparagus.
So you're Newt.
I also need to start going on walks more. Like, I have been sitting on my butt for way too much, and it's like, without going on walks, it's really hard for me to de-stress. But I've been like, oh no, I gotta sit here, I gotta do all the work, and then as soon as I'm done working, I just plop in a bed. Oh, wait, Dunesay mentioning, I tried playing the Animorphs GBC game, and it wasn't great. I agree, it's very easy to soft lock yourself in that game. Again, I played that game. It's terrible. If you want to have a good time with that game, just watch the Games Done Quick of the Animorphs GBC game. It is it's pretty goofy. It's great. The guy speedrunning it is very entertaining.
But no, I'm doing okay. Kind of hurting, but not bad hurt or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just chugging along.
Yeah, similar.
Yep, doing all right. Had a rough start to the week, but okay now.
Yeah, glad the train eventually got figured out, I hope.
I mean, I made it back at midnight, but I made it back.
Oh god, that's how long it took?
Yeah.
What happened with the train?
Jesus, man.
What happened now?
I was
Did
coming
you
back.
feel like?
I was coming
Sharon?
back from Toronto, and the
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, is it?
200 meters out of the station, then stopped for 45 minutes. I was like, we are going to back up so our mechanics can look at what the heck's going on with our electrical.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was curious if it was like the truck situation. That might have been.
No, just the whole train stalling.
Ah,
So
okay.
we had a few stalls along the way, but we made it.
Well, glad you made it home.
hmm
Infinite Sky said. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say the comment after that one, so go for it.
Infinite Sky says, "Does anyone here remember the old Sonic design for the live-action movies with James Marsden and how creepy it looked?" Yes, it's seared
Yes.
into the collective memory of the internet. I think.
I
all
had
remembers
almost
that.
happily forgotten.
Yeah.
Edward Juan says, the Lacadaisy Jazz Cat loop just lives in my head rent-free.
Awesome, because we're basically making another one.
Sweet.
So yeah, we're hoping to do something similar, because we really enjoyed it. We'd like to make another one.
Still
Jazz
showing
Cat
up in my
2,
recommended.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yep. So that was the questions.
I'm trying to discreetly eat a sandwich in between comments. I keep muting my mic, and I just dropped cheese down my sleeve somehow. Where is it?
Or according to that one piece of art, I don't remember what stream. Thank you for the food. As I apparently lived in your sleeves.
Ah, yes. Please eat the cheese before it spoils.
It's just like with me and my dog. It's like I drop food by accident in the kitchen, and she comes over and she eats it up. Well, when Tracy's eating a sandwich, the newt in her sleeves will also similarly keep her body clean. Just picking up every little scrap that falls on her
The
shirt.
way you worded that was a little upsetting.
I was gonna try and save it.
I'm just imagining it in a sleeve. How could that? No.
I was gonna follow up with it's like one of the fish that suck on the glass.
a remora newt.
He's like a lamprey. He just latches on.
Don't mind me, just pass me through.
all of the most complimentary
Nibble. Nibble.
associations we can make. Yes. What we're trying to say is basically you're a cheese parasite.
I've been called worse things. I'll take it.
Cheese parasite.
Toomey actually asked me to make sure to remind you to eat and drink something.
Is it bad that I just popped in here with no idea what Lacadaisy is and what is happening here? Kind of my first time here.
Nope.
Oh.
Welcome, Kenny.
Noise of can of worms opening.
Oh yeah.
Welcome,
Well,
Kenny.
I'll leave it to you guys to explain, as I am currently trying to animate this character here. But to start, this is a YouTube channel dedicated to the production of a short based on the webcomic Lacadaisy, which is about rum runners in the 1920s who are also cats.
I have sent you the URL of the comic, and you guys can explain the short.
You want to go ahead, Tracy? Or Newt, or whoever? I am trying to make these balls bounce.
Cheese.
Newt, you're supposed to do your job. You are, after all, our resident community manager / IT guy / 3D modeler and cheese parasite. Why aren't you doing your job? You're one of many.
The keeper of the cheese. It's on the floor somewhere, I think, at this point. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so I'm,
Maya will find it.
yeah. It's spicy cheese, so hopefully not.
She will find it and for a few minutes regret it.
Yeah. No, I will regret it because I'll have to clean up the aftermath.
Aw.
Yeah, so Lacadaisy, on that wonderful note, Lacadaisy, it's also about cats, but not about them eating spicy cheese. It's about them
I mean,
trafficking bootleg liquor in the night.
Do we have a
Kind of a
bottle of
Rocky
booze
moment.
in the short or in the comic called Spicy Cheese?
Yeah, so short version, Lacadaisy is a long-running webcomic series about cats and the 1920s and bootleg liquor and running a speakeasy. And we're making a short film based on that. And that's the end. Yeah, the if you can check out the website, it's lacadaisy.com. There's lots of art and comics and side comics and other materials there that are completely free to read if you are interested. It's also on Webtoon if you're, if you prefer reading mobile stuff. But yeah, it's jazz music and kind of like a gangster farce, semi-comedic, semi-dramatic, semi-historical thing.
You found your cheese.
Citizen Sovereignty Production.
No, oh, you found my cheese. No, that's
Yeah.
Swiss cheese. That's not spicy cheese. That's.
CCP says, but who's in charge of HR? I
Are you
am.
gonna
You're all
just gonna
fired.
put it? Okay. Give it to Newt.
I meant to download. I meant to get you some transparent cheese, but unfortunately, apparently, there are no transparent
PN
cheeses. The PN cheese.
Oh. PN cheese.
Yes.
Transparent PN cheese.
Crystalis asks, do cats like cheese?
They do. Oh, I'm not sure you should give it to them, though. In fact, I know you really shouldn't give it to them. They
Really
generally
fatty.
don't. It's fatty, and they generally don't have the. Although people like to give cats milk and things, they don't have the digestive enzymes to deal with like cow milk. So, you really shouldn't. It'll often make their stomachs upset.
Yep.
Like, cats love ice cream and things like that too, but it doesn't mean they should have it.
If I'm not mistaken, there are, for most of these things, feline safe sort of counterparts.
Yeah, there probably are cheeses you can get for cats. I know there's like cat wine or something.
Oh yeah, it's distilled from the
that's-
same plant that's used to make a catnip.
That's the most Mitzi thing.
Why is there no such thing as transparent cheese on the internet? Damn it! My joke. No.
So, fuck you.
You get to have your your very opaque cheese. Enjoy that. Enjoy your cheese.
Infinite Sky asks Tracy, what would the Lacadaisy characters think about the 2020s?
I mean, it depends on if they were just like living their lives in the 2020s as they had grown up prior to that, or if they were just like suddenly introduced to it. Is it like a Yankee and King Arthur's court sort of scenario where you're just like transported to a different time and place, and then you have to try and figure out what's happening?
You mean that Hollywood cut and paste scripts that everybody...
Yeah,
Yeah.
fish out of water, time travel, you know, Bill and Ted type thing.
They're-
I gotta say, Rocky and Freckle time traveling would be pretty funny.
Come on, everybody wants to see Mordecai time traveling. Rocky and Freckle are
it-
great, but people just want to see Mordecai get upset.
Insert that that drawing that FX did for one of the little art competitions a long time ago of the Vic and Morty.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
my
it's a
That was
Rick and
great.
Morty poster, but
yeah,
it's Victor
that
and
was
Mordecai.
really well done.
Jared.
Yeah.
Victor
clever,
also looks
clever
kind of
move.
into it, and Mordecai is just kill me now.
I think Rocky would probably, like, honestly, if Rocky was living in like more like this day and age, he'd probably be a more. We've had discussions behind the scenes about this kind of thing because we work late into the night and just talk about random shit. But I think Rocky would be medicated in a more modern setting and might be a bit more of a like
cheese
productive
into
member
the
of society.
sleeves. So are our conversations into the night.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Cat got into a box of donuts and was eating them. I never thought a cat would like sweets. It also chewed through the plastic and was eating my loaf of bread.
One of my cats, Simba, we have woken up to him having taken out like a quarter of a loaf before. Only on one occasion has he gotten that much. But homeboy like got up, got in the bread box, tore the bag out, tore it open, and was going to town on some bread. We're like, dude, you're not starving. Damn.
Cats love bread.
I don't know. Cats, it's actually, it's like a weird mix. Like, some cats will just eat anything that even remotely resembles food. They don't care if it's meat or not, even though cats are obligate carnivores. And then other cats are just, like, super fussy. And will only eat, like, one specific brand and one specific flavor.
Yep.
I have 7 cats, so I know. I guess it's always interesting at dinner time to try to, like, please all of them.
I've always been concerned about Simba. He's my cat who tears apart his food. Like, he scarfs down his food aggressively, and then he will go after everyone else's. That's why we have to have microchipped bowls, and even then he'll like hold someone at their bowl so it opens and then stick his head in. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
he is acting like he's starving all the time, and homeboy is kind of fat. Like, he's on a diet.
Oh,
he
man.
gets exercise, so on and so forth. But I don't know why he's so food aggressive.
So there's a
I mean,
couple of
I don't-
reasons for that. Was he, what were his circumstances when you adopted him? Had he been
All 3 of them were rescues, and it was basically he was the youngest at rescue. He was probably pulled from his mother a little early. But all 3 of them were very young and from not great situations.
So he probably did have to compete for his food at some formative point in his kittenhood, and that tends to make them kind of a lifelong, like, a little bit food aggressive, or at least like extremely opportunistic and will just like eat anything. Like the feral cat, the former feral cats I have, are the ones who are the one like that I'm referring to, who will just eat anything that falls on the floor, or they'll jump up on the counter and look for things to eat, or they'll climb into the fridge to eat like human food. The other cats are like not at all interested in that food. The ones who've grown up, food secure more or less. So I think it's just kind of like a adaptation, if you will, survival mechanism
Yeah. My friend
that they don't really unlearn.
Yeah. My friend has an evil solution to that with her cats, which is they have a food dish that is basically a series of tiny little cylinders.
Oh
That-
yeah, force them to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually have to pull it out with their paws.
Yeah,
before
there's
they
like
eat
those mental stimulation toys and things that kind of forces them to scavenge their food, or to like figure out a puzzle to get their food. They are pretty dexterous with their paws, so it can be neat too. And it causes them to eat more slowly too, because cats also have a way of scarfing their food and then it all comes back up again because they ate too fast. So, yeah, fun. It's fun. Pet ownership. That said, there are medical reasons though that may be at hand too. If he starts losing weight rapidly or something, like I don't know how old he is, but you might want
old is
to get him
Like-
checked for thyroid issues.
It's like 6, 5.
Okay, that's pretty young. Probably not a thyroid thing at this point, although it could be. But you might just have like blood panel done at the vet next time to make sure everything's kind of looking okay. But cats, especially older cats, will tend to get hyperthyroidism, which will just kind of throw off their hormonal balance, and they will be and their metabolism, and so they will eat and eat and eat and eat, and they won't really fully digest anything, and they'll lose a lot of weight and just be like constantly starving for food. And there are ways you can treat that with pills or with irradiation, and just kind of like destroy the thyroid, and then take pills for the rest of their lives to replace the hormones and things. But it's definitely treatable. But yeah, it's one of the reasons that cats will kind of sometimes get ravenous.
Yep. Like when you throw off the hormone balance, that's how you get Ivy.
Oh wow, we have 74 viewers. That's pretty good.
Hi, viewers.
Hello.
Everybody.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Hello, folks.
Get out of my house. Get.
They're after your cheese.
Yeah.
They heard about the cheese, and they're all just here looking for a scrap.
Good thing Jerry's probably asleep, otherwise we'd get another cursed newt sleeve goblin drawing.
To be fair, it is really good cheese. I must say. I'm gonna talk about cheese now. It's Deer Creek. It's like jalapeno or habanero. Habanero. It's got like a skull on the front. It's like artisanal, like fancy cheese, and it's like it's like a habanero cheddar thing, and it is hands down like
good.
The best cheese I've ever had. It's amazing. Like I've had peppery cheeses before, and like pepper jack and things like that, and or even other cheddars with like jalapeno in it, and this is just like so far beyond those. It's great. It's good cheese. Deer Creek, if you happen to
Chad is threatening me
stumble
to
on
hand
it.
over. Hello, Spoopy Natural.
I know personally, I do like peppery cheeses, but personally I like my very moldy cheeses. Like Swiss
yes.
go-to sandwich cheese,
Mhm.
a good like deep blue cheese,
Yeah, I
very
love blue.
good on assorted salads and other dishes. I also like soft bold cheeses like Gouda. Gouda is a good melting cheese
Yes.
for cooking.
Cheeses, yeah. I mean, they're like, it's like color. It's like you can ask me like, what's your favorite color? But it's like it depends a lot on context, right? Like some colors
Yeah.
look amazing in certain,
Like, I'm not gonna go and crack open a solid block of Parm and crunch it like a candy bar.
I mean, you could,
not?
but
If I'm
I don't
in
know,
a
maybe-
low
maybe you
place,
should
I
try
might go
it.
and take a chunk.
Life is short,
I'll
dude.
be-
You gotta live.
I'll be completely honest. When I had my apartment in Athens, there was a day where I went home after a very rough day, and I took a block of Gouda out of the fridge and I ate it.
yes.
Like, fuck it.
That's the whole entire jar of olives style meal. Fuck it. An entire jar of olives, sure, that's
This is
dinner.
like a $5
Oh, that-
They just
block
pop
of cheese.
$13 olives in your mouth.
You just eat cheese like it's a candy bar. That's fine. Yeah, what was that olive meme? It was like,
Yeah, 13
Let
or
me find
14
it.
olives. Yeah.
Oh god, the dock is filling up. I need to go check that too.
Oh shoot, yeah, I have that up as well.
You want to manage those newts, and I'll handle the regular chat?
Sure. Oh, we were talking about games earlier. Lemon Lime Soda asks, what is our opinion of FNAF? Were you in the fandom as a kid? Sorry, Lemon Lime, I think
As a
FNAF
kid?
came out after all of us were adults.
yeah, I think we were all adults when they came out.
Oh yeah. Very
We're
adult.
old, especially.
I'm
me.
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we God, I cannot imagine if I was a child when FNAF came out. When did FNAF come out? That was like 2010 or something.
When did FNAF come out? That
Oh,
was
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back
FNAF
to when I
came out,
started seeing.
August 8th, 2014.
2014.
It's even
Okay.
more recent than I thought. 2014,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So that was 8 years ago. So then I would have been 26. Oh dear.
Yeah, I remember it came out when I was in college. It was
Sorry about the chicken noises and stuff. The chicken has to be filtered inside. Go ahead.
Why do you all keep apologizing for your animal noises? You know Chad is here for that.
I don't know. Personally, FNAF feels kind of overblown at this point.
Yeah.
It's gone way too far, farther than it ever should have.
Yeah, it's like all the charm of the original is like that. The main thing that I found interesting about FNAF was the gameplay loop. Was pretty interesting in terms of just like kind of introducing people to like a way that a horror game could be made on a budget. Check this out. But the formula's been done to death by now, but also like the series itself kind of abandoned the gameplay loop that they had going on. So I don't know. I mean,
it seems to have become more about the lore than the gameplay.
Yeah, and I think that's the main problem I have with it. Is that it's like it's so interested in its own lore, and its own lore contradicts itself so radically all the time. I think there's been like
that YouTube was suggesting me, presumably because I watched Markiplier play the most recent FNAF. Because while I don't like FNAF, I like him. And him playing FNAF is delightful because he doesn't play it necessarily for the FNAF. He plays it because he's a overbearing completionist.
I had watched.
Markiplier playing FNAF is actually pretty entertaining because he's so determined
he was like,
to win.
He was like one of the original like extremely big YouTubers who picked up on it. I think that contributed a lot to its popularity, or it contributed to his popularity. I'm not sure which way it worked exactly, but.
Oh, the meta stuff around FNAF is more interesting to me than FNAF itself, essentially. The fandom of FNAF, how it became huge, like, the way that people play the game, just all that fascinates me. Less so the lore itself. It's pretty basic lore when it comes down to it. But I thought it was pretty clever, the way the first few games at least kind of, like, didn't... like hinted at a story basically and then kind of revealed the pieces of story in like these really cryptic messages essentially that you would piece together yourself, which made it a little more interesting. But yeah,
FNAF turned from an ARG into just an advertisement.
Whatever the current iteration is.
And it lost its charm, like you said
Yeah.
People still
like, oh, is this the big bad? Is this the man behind the slaughter? Like so on and so, and it's like, oh, now it's just
everything is purple guy.
Iteration of the same thing.
Yeah, it's another iteration of the same thing, except that also it was the other thing that constantly all the time. It's always actually the same guy over and over again, despite everything.
Man needs another hobby. Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, robot, whatever the heck he's supposed to be now.
Also,
I just thought it was
there's more than 1 billion pounds of cheese stored in a cave in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
Tracy.
I know about the cheese cave.
Someone just tweeted about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like, Springfield, Missouri.
Is that where all the cheese that gets lost in your shirt goes? To the cheese cave?
Yeah,
goes to the cheese portal? Yeah, just like the sock
all
portal.
Cheese winds up in the cheese cave.
Missouri cave stuff is...
Missouri caves are weird. They're just... Yeah.
I mean,
there's also in Springfield has these like trucking caves where trucks just like, I think it's a big storage place. It used to be God, what was it? There was a reason for that existing. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, they've got like these enormous like warehouse trucking caves all through that area. And they're very secretive. Like, you can't get in if you aren't like a...
Yeah. I know Kansas City has basically tech startup offices or giant tech office location in underground in its caves.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
Oh yeah, you sent me the info on that.
Yeah, I did. It looked cool. Mario asks, where do you think Mordecai would be? Where do you think Mordecai would be doing right now if he was born in modern times?
Probably something tech related. STEM related, where he didn't have to interact with too many people. He'd be the worst IT person imaginable.
Mordecai works in Google.
Oh no. No. Is that where all the worst IT people imaginable work?
Yes.
I could see Mordecai being on like one of the interns online as tech tips.
Oh.
Newt got the reference.
I'll have to
He
have
probably would have
explained.
spent some time being an extremely persnickety Wikipedia editor as well, and
When
Be
he
way
edits,
too
he also makes sure to leave captions explaining what he changed and why, referencing the previous editor by name that they either missed it or changed it incorrectly.
oh yeah, he'd have a real problem with like someone's wrong on the internet. Like it'd be so easy to bait him into endless.
Mordecai the lol cow.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's this sensitive hitman on the internet. You could say just about the dumbest shit, and he'll get so mad.
I could see like Nico and Asa just taking turns baiting him.
With weird facts I found on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just
Except
quoting
the-
incorrect facts.
Yeah.
As if they were.
Nico would be
Oh
doing
my
it
God.
in jest, Asa sincerely.
Yeah.
Look at this cool thing I found on Facebook. That is my impression of Jason as Asa, I suppose. Mordecai the drama news YouTuber. Mordecai the sarcastic like two still frames of like, I look at you here, cross-armed, brow-raised character type guy commenting about the latest whatever on the internet on his YouTube channel, if he had one.
Also appropriately, I think Beth here, who is one of our pin members on Lagacord, does some lore analysis for things like FNAF on their channel.
Oh.
Ah.
Hi, Beth.
Oh. Well, for someone who is more intensely in that world than me, like, what would you have to say about the frequent lore shifts then?
I'm hazy on like some of like it seems to change its story. Like there's some serial killer guy, right?
So
Yeah,
the
well, that's
FNAF
Purple
before,
Guy,
as
but
I
Purple
understand
Guy... That's
Or, like,
Purple Guy.
Springtrap is a Springtrap. Or
But Purple Guy is in Springtrap, but Purple Guy is also the guy who invented the robots, but he's
So,
dead, but
I'm about
anyway.
yeah, like
And
I'm about to
he's
pick
also a
on
robot.
A lot of people with wrongness, but as I understand it, there was a pizzeria with a dude who is Purple Guy, and he made animatronics in the pizzeria, and then he killed some kids and stuffed them in a closet or something, and then
He stuffed
the
them
souls
in
of
the
the
animatronics.
children. Yeah, and then the souls of the children possessed the animatronics, and then the animatronics killed more people, and then the Purple Guy put himself in an animatronic in the Springtrap.
Oh no, he
and then
didn't. He
it
no.
killed him when-
He put himself in an animatronic, but then there were animatronics inside of him. So in fact, it was the robot parts that are inside of him that made him Purple Guy, but because in fact he's a
so
disintegrated
it's just
corpse.
like a Matryoshka doll of like.
He is a Matryoshka doll of robot parts, I guess. But also he's a dead soul. Ooh, and ghosts maybe, but the ghosts are robots. And that may or may not be powered by the souls of children, which are put in the
Okay, so they
robots,
literally
and
are
then the robots
haunted,
then
it's not just
occupy a
like-
person, and then the person occupies a robot, and then that wants to occupy a you know what? The sound layer
Because I did watch Markiplier's Let's Play of the recent game too, and it's way different from what I remember. Like I watched like the first game played, and I think I kind of lost track of it after that. I know
Yeah.
a bunch of other games came out, but they seemed kind of like the same thing, just slightly different characters or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was having a hard time following what the story was trying to be. There-
Beth says, well, in my professional opinion, everything and anything is canon, and I can't put it in 200 words or less.
Okay, fair. We'll have to invite you into
says
voice chat
yes.
sometimes.
To explain FNAF.
It was a dissertation on it.
Yeah. I don't think the series was ever really intended to have complicated canon. It,
No,
it
I
felt
don't think
like
so.
more
It's
compelling
just
in the
like-
first like 2 or 3 games, and then it
It's
kind
like
of
anything that gets
yeah.
anything that ges popular like that. It's almost like the creators lose some of the control of it, and it's like it just ends up with a lore that becomes way more convoluted than it ever really intended to be, and so it doesn't
Yeah.
have the basis of like a strong foundation on which all of that's built. It's just kind of like, and you end up like, I don't know, the
Every
game
game
writers
had to
and things
come
like
up
that
with
probably get a
something,
little
some
loosey-goosey
new.
with it.
Every game had to come up with some new convoluted plot to stick in the corners and the edges of the game that would like be the trail of breadcrumbs that would compel you to play the entire game, basically, to figure out,
Yeah.
oh, what's the
But
secret.
I think that's
but
like,
at a certain point, I
it's
think
not
we
like
just
not
ran
like
out of
great
room.
literature or anything. It's
No.
not like it didn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. It's like its own kind of thing where like you start out with like this framework of something, and then everybody else fills in all of the bits and pieces and builds like the body around it.
Like the
I think that's kind
fanon
of
becomes
fascinating.
the story, basically, in a system
Yeah.
like that, which is interesting. That's really interesting. And I personally, I feel like it's about, God, what was it about? Sometime around when the book came out. Like, I never read the book. I've only ever seen playthroughs of the game. But sometime around the book came out, it felt like the games were trying to be more firm fiction telling instead of like kind of storytelling that the fans would pick up on, and then they would connect the dots and they would create their own story. Because at around the time the book came out, suddenly it's like, no, here's the hard lore. Here's the hard canon. And then the stories became much more about that. Here's the hard canon. Don't interpret this. The characters will come up and tell you what's going on and how they feel. And yeah, the books aren't canon. Well, they were...
Oh,
How are they not
I
canon?
didn't know there were books.
Yeah, there are
I
books.
didn't either.
There were books written by the guy who made it, and from what I know about the books, opinions are mixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Poncho
so-
says, by the way, you've confused 2 different characters. The purple guy with robots in him was the son of the original who died trying to undo his dad's crimes. They were 2 different characters. Okay.
So is
I'll take your word for it.
okay, so does that mean that purple guy, was he the kid who was haunted by the animatronics then?
There
In
were two
the
purple guys.
Nightmare version that was like FNAF 4, which may or may not be a child in a hospital bed, and he might be comatose or something. And it turns out that secretly his dad had built tunnels under the house where he was building more robots, and that actually might have been what terrified. Maybe it wasn't hallucination, maybe he wasn't in a hospital at all. He may or may not have been the bite victim. Apparently a lot of children have been lobotomized by these robots.
I believe that's the only confirmed constant, is a lot of children had a lot of bad.
Yeah.
A lot of murdered children. At least up until the last one, where suddenly, I guess, Freddy is okay with it. He's like, oh, we're best friends now, Timmy, and you're a little kid, but the kid is a character, but... Yeah.
I couldn't put together like quite what the story was. It was like there was some kind of
Yeah.
virus, right? And the
There was a
robots were being
virus?
affected by it. It was like a virus, wasn't there? Yeah.
A virus? I
And
thought that they were haunted.
Isn't that why, like a computer virus, like the characters started looking like more and more like beaten up and stuff as you went along in the game, and they were talking about disappearances and things, and it was like, what? I guess kids were disappearing or something, and it wasn't entirely clear like why the playable character was there.
All right, chat's getting upset with us. We
I'm
should
sorry.
Yeah. Well, this is how we make the internet mad at us. This is how I'm gonna end up the main character of Twitter. Yeah. It's got FNAF lore wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Damn.
Grayson says, on the subject of horror games, what horror games did you play? Some of my favorite horrors were Silent Hill and Parasite Eve.
Oh yeah, the Silent Hill games are great. I love those.
Tracy has an ungodly amount of hours in Phasmophobia.
I like Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
That's my game. I used to play Amnesia way back too. I like that. But yeah, I don't really get a lot of time for games, so it's pretty few and far between that I get hooked on something.
We've been playing on these streams sometimes. I'm on observation duty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that qualifies as horror. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
little
like
bit-
it's a jump scare, but not. Yeah, sure, that's horror.
creepy.
I
Yeah,
like
it's like it's like
I
an
liked
SCP
watching.
reporting
Yeah.
thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Julian asks, in Lacadaisy, who is your most difficult character to write / animate / cast for?
Ooh, cast for it. Oh, those are all kind of different questions.
Yeah, different answers for each of those. Some of the casting was just like we kind of knew immediately who we wanted, and reached out to those people, and they thankfully were amenable to it. Like Mordecai, for instance, and Pro ZD, Sungwon Cho.
Yeah. I recall Freckle was the one where I don't think either of us had like a super clear idea of exactly how his voice would sound, more like his mannerisms.
Yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
tricky finding someone who could be soft-spoken and polite sounding, and then also like could just laugh like a maniac.
Yeah, I liked Bell's voice a lot because he struck me as someone that you wouldn't like the way the voice sounded. It sounded like someone you couldn't quite put your like pin down. It was like neither overtly friendly or like really terrifying sounding or anything like that. He just kind of sounded like somewhere where it's like, oh, what's with this guy? You can pinpoint him exactly up until he got emotional. Like, I mean, not Bell, but Freckle himself. And I felt like that really fit. There was something about the way that tension felt, like hearing his voice and the way he was able to be both soft but also
I
like
remember
very
in his initial demo reel and application, he had some laughing in there that we thought was pretty much spot on. So that was one of the reasons he got a call back. I think we had him and Lisa do second readings, I believe. Casting for Seraphine and Nico was probably took the most searching, and Zib too took a lot of searching for the right voice.
Yeah.
They're all great, though.
Oh yeah, no, I love everybody we got. They're all fantastic.
Yeah, oh yeah. They've been
We had
wonderful.
so many great people applying, and I was like, I'm so fortunate to be able to pick through all these amazing people.
Yeah. It was honestly very hard to narrow it down in a lot of cases. You get so many talented people like sending their stuff in. It's like, oh god, I have to pick. And I have to like actually like say no to some people, or just it's bad. Bad but good. But yeah, as far as like drawing or animating them, that's the characters themselves. That's a whole different set of like who's difficult and who's easy.
Yeah. Has more to do with like the subtleties of their acting and their design. Mitzi tends to be pretty challenging. So does Mordecai.
Yeah, Mitzi's hair in particular is a tricky thing for I've noticed for a lot of the animators to deal with. Sorry, animators. And Rocky's hat is a pain in the ass. Freckles' face can be very tricky. And Mordecai's acting, because he's so not cartoony in his expression. Whereas Rocky, like, you can just like squash and stretch his face all over. Mordecai, like, you just can't do that with him. His everything about him is subtle, so except when he's flipping his shit about mayonnaise or something. So it's been tricky. Seraphine's got a pretty complicated model. Her face, I think, is a little tricky. Her gun is a pain in the ass too. But yeah, They all have, I'd say they all have like a couple things about them that pose a bit of a challenge. But definitely not something beyond the capability of like the animators we're working with. They've all been also just as wonderful as the voice actors and just like rising up to the challenge. So sorry, Nox, you were gonna say something and I interrupted you. But
No, I was gonna ask the next question because I thought
Oh.
you were Shall I?
Sure, go ahead. That question seemed like it was a two-parter, so I
Yeah.
had multiple questions. I'm sorry, I
That's
just
fair. No worries. Don't apologize for saying interesting stuff on stream. That's your job. Force Without Leaves asks, does anybody here play Splatoon?
I have not played it. No.
Well, I mean, I've played it before, like with friends or something when I was in college, but that's about it.
All I know about it is from the fan art I've seen, which is all very cool. I like the character designs a lot, but
Tracy, are you a kid now or are you a squid now?
yes.
I feel like I don't understand enough to answer, honestly.
It's just a reference to one of the original Splatoon songs. Don't worry about it. I've never actually played it.
Polex says, "Is this an animation to promote a movie? Is the movie going to be Rubberhose?" No. This particular animation, yeah, is for promoting the film. It's just a little, yeah, like a promo clip. But the show itself is not Rubberhose, or the film itself is not Rubberhose. You can see what it looks like at the devlog. In fact, you can see examples of animation and things that we've shared. LittleDaisyCafe.com. Nox, would you mind throwing that URL in there?
Yep, one sec.
See you, Philip.
I think I'm gonna change up how Mitzi's body moves, because the bounce is kind of fun, but like I'm feeling like it's, I don't know, it's like, it's a fun bounce, but I feel like it's kind of getting far away from how Rubberhose goes. It's like getting a little too anatomical still. Like, so I think what I'm gonna do is gonna just have it be more hips focused, and it's like her hips are swinging back and forth.
More hip focused, you say?
Yes.
I have a feeling Mitzi will have no complaints about that.
Nor will the fans.
But I don't know, Mitzi doesn't have a huge fan following like that. She's not super popular, apparently. I mean, she's popular.
I've seen
some comments to the contrary.
I mean, some, sure, but like, as far as the ladies go, Ivy by far has the biggest following.
Well, yeah, she also has
Yeah.
screen time though.
Fair.
But I mean, no one's as vocal as the Hellerbeak people, but besides that.
Yeah, all the boys have tremendous fandoms.
Let's see. Question from Leaf. Some streams ago, the character's favorite ice cream flavor thought popped up, and I was wondering, what would Mordecai's favorite ice cream be? I know he probably doesn't even care, at least which one is least bad for him. What about Nico and Seraphine?
Oh gosh.
Quick, redefine an entire character in this one sentence.
Seraphine, I think I've said something about Seraphine probably liking, like, there's, like, you get, either cinnamon-flavored ice cream or
Ooh,
ice cream with,
yeah.
like, peppery flavor to it.
Ooh, yeah.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, I could imagine her being really into, like, cinnamon desserts and stuff.
Yeah. She'd like that. Nico, I mean, God, anything.
Nico clears your fridge. This is ice cream now. Because it is smoothie.
Not a picky eater, but he'd probably I don't know. Maybe they like
literally
that,
not a
like,
picky
lobster
eater,
ice
but
cream
has
they sell
opinions
at
about what you're
King.
feeding him.
Yeah, he'd let you know if it wasn't good cooking, I think.
You'd
But,
still eat it to make sure everything.
You'd still eat it. But, yeah, I don't know. I think ice cream that has like lots of big chunks of something in it, like, you know.
Hello, Mari.
likes fish food.
Hello.
Hey.
I
Hey,
was
Kara.
summoned.
Hey, Kare. What's up?
Hey, Kai.
I'm animating.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm almost done with my shot, and after that, I'm either between doing something cutesy for Valentine's Day just 'cause, or doing the cookie thing that you both know about.
yes. I mean, if you
Oh,
wanna,
yeah.
if you wanna let the chat know, go
Hey,
ahead.
go ahead.
It's a pretty cute idea.
Yeah, so actually I found out that a lot of the other team is into the game, so maybe I'm not the only one and you guys won't be the only ones to enjoy it. But basically, just like Fable is obsessed with, what's the game?
Super auto pets.
Super auto pets.
Yeah, like Fable
I
is
am.
obsessed
I
with
have become
Super
horribly
Auto Pets.
addicted. Yes. I should have been sleeping last night. Instead, I got another 10 win, and I was like, "Yay, guys, check this out!" And it's like, it's 2 a.m. Go to bed. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Whatever causes you joy should not be something that you're embarrassed about. Although, it's also not very healthy to play it until 2 a.m. But I'm not one to talk because I do the same.
Spiky Spike says, "I
But,
personally prefer
yeah,
cotton candy ice cream." Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm interrupting you.
I don't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You were talking about the your game, your favorite game.
So I'm going to be doing a little fan art of the Lacadaisy, like, main cast, you could say, like the most popular ones, and Victor, because Victor is the voice actor for Victor, which is help me out with this one. Sorry, I forget his name.
Jason Marnoka.
Yeah, Jason is it plays a voice in this, like, plays a character in this game. So basically, it's Cookie Run, a little game that you can. Well, I played in my phone, but it's a cute little game about cookies, half powers, very cute designs. And since Jason is playing one of the new cookies, I basically just asked Fable and Tracy, what would you think if I turn the characters into cookies? And they seemed pretty stoked about it. So we figured out the ingredients for each Lacadaisy character to be a cookie, and that's what I'm going to do.
I feel like you need to sync with Toomey on this one.
Oh
Which-
yeah.
Yeah.
When you were asking about like what cookies they would be, I was thinking of Tomb about like what ingredients and stuff match up to what characters. Is that something we talked to
They've
her
been
about too? So.
I could bump them to see if
Or
they have any ideas. Also, like, they could take half and half depending on if they're free. If not, I can just do the whole thing. But
Oh
yeah,
no.
I wanna do that.
She's like an actual
No,
cook.
I mean like
yeah.
yeah, like I meant like consulting with Tomb about like the ingredients or like the different flavors that they would associate with each character, just for ideas of like
okay.
what cookie to use, because they've already done a lot of that for the recipe and drink book or like the dessert and drink book that they've been
Who
compiling.
literally
So.
has a degree in baking.
Yes.
Yes. Got the college-educated baker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would be a very good, like, guess. I think I will contact them just to like see, hey, we thinking about doing this illustration. What do you think of these ingredients? Or maybe they have some different ingredients in mind. Because like I told you, it doesn't have to be edible. Like they don't have to be edible, but like the more edible, like the cuter they can look. Because you just put like little nuts and sprinkles and stuff on them.
Tomb literally made a me out of meringue. She can do anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, she'd be very down for the goofy shit.
Their Tomb is Engrave Writer, by the way. You'll see them as a guest in the server.
Okay. There they are. I'll contact them later. once I'm done with this.
Sure. Yeah, they're just on their way back from a trip, so they're probably not responsive today. But
That's fine. Yeah, still, I would have to make the bases first, just to see, like, the form that they would have, make sure that the heights are correct. Then I would get to filling them up, and when I get to the filling part, that's when I'll need the ingredients to be solid, just so I can put in what they need.
Also, the Polex 411, what program are you using? How much is it? That's Toon Boom Harmony. And Harmony 21 Advanced or Premium, which we're using, is $117.50 a month or $954 a year.
yeah, there is a cheaper version for entry level, which I think is $38 a month.
30
But
a
you-
month
there's an
for
even
9
cheaper
years.
version for
Um,
entry level than that, but
The cheapest
there's
one
a-
they've advertised on
yeah.
their website is $25 a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. So they have 3 different versions. They have the one that's super cheap and very basic. So if you just wanted like the most basic animation software possible, I think they have something for like $5 a month or something.
Still
or you could-
probably better than
yeah.
a lot of the.
I'm just
free
gonna.
other-
look
Eh,
into
I
the
haven't used it.
microphone real quiet, and just say, "There's always options," and then
There are.
slowly lean away
Yes.
into the shadows.
I can't say anything about them. I'm
Homer
a Toon
Simpson
Boom
way into the
ambassador,
bushes.
but I am aware that there are options.
Slowly recedes into Tracy's sleeves.
Continues to nibble on the cheese.
People who are just walking into the chat are like, what?
Options.
It's an in joke. It's an inside the sleeves joke.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the rest of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Find
Mar- I can move on to the next question if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, so.
Mario asks, who of the characters in the comic could you realistically see yourself being friends with?
If I were neighbors
Um,
with her, I would be delightful neighbors with Miss Babka because
Miss
in the
Babka,
apartment complex,
yeah.
I get to know my neighbors. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Lacey, I think, would probably be pretty agreeable.
I would love to be friends with Seraphine. She'd be the most fun friend.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you might get.
I said she
killed
would
in
be she'd be the
process.
most. Like I
Just
said, the
because of
most fun friend.
Okay.
Not the
yeah.
safest one.
It,
just
it
the
would
most
definitely
fun.
be an adrenaline rush.
Oh yeah,
But
her stories would be very entertaining.
may end in fatalities. Don't know, but at least you'll have had fun.
You want to come along on my next crime spree and draw what I'm doing? Hot dog, I do. Could I drive the car?
Yeah. I guess. I'd probably be too boring for most of them, and but also myself too wary of their lifestyle of crime to hang around with them. So like, I definitely wouldn't get in a car with almost any of them. But,
I think Newt and I could nerd out with Wick over stuff.
Yeah, you shouldn't get in a car with him either,
don't let
though.
him drive. Don't let him drive.
Well, we would be the designated drivers, probably.
But yeah, he's.
This should
he's
be the
an
way we
affable
pitch
fellow.
Lacadaisy. To like people who shouldn't be driving cars. The animated short.
Yeah.
David Peterson asks, got here late. Reason for the
Oh,
stop
hey.
change? Inspired by the new Cuphead show?
Ooh, not quite a style change, just a thing
Hey
we're
David, I
doing.
didn't see you come in. Hi. Oh yeah, it's not inspired by Cuphead. The timing was entirely coincidental. We knew we didn't. I mean, like we had heard a while back that Cuphead was coming out, and then like I put that illustration out on Tumblr or not Tumblr, Patreon of the characters as Rubberhose characters. Like the same day they put the trailer out. I had no idea that they were going to do that. So, but no, it was just inspired by like early, late 1920s, early 30s cartoons. And we, in the lead up to the film coming out, we wanted to have a little like kind of a teaser type thing with some music to go with it that we could put out and be like, hey, coming soon. Lacadaisy.
Ah, Christ. I just realized was in top chat, so if I missed anybody's questions, I apologize.
Also, hi David, how are you doing?
I don't
Good to
think
see
we
you here.
have enough of an active chat for that to actually.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
really know what the
right.
difference is. I guess it's if your chat's like going nuts, you'd have to switch to top chat. But
If we get that
David's last
popular.
book was a
Ooh.
while back, so I'm not sure if they're still here.
oh,
Yeah. Straight Shot asks, how do you find these voice actors or actresses for these roles, and how do you know they fit the characters?
sorry, say that again. I started typing and then my ability to listen just flew out the window. So.
How do you find these voice actors or actresses for these roles, and how do you know if that they fit the characters?
It's a lot of like listening and trying to match up what you hear in your head with, you hear a voice saying something and it doesn't quite, like they aren't using quite the same inflection or whatever that you imagine the character using, but you can kind of envision it because you're hearing them do things that are similar or whatever. That's basically what an audition reel is, or a voice acting reel, and that's why, obviously, if you're trying to get into voice acting, I recommend having a reel so you can,
Same as having a
Provided
portfolio to apply to
Yeah,
an
exactly.
art job. Yeah.
Right. People who are looking for you to do something, they're not expecting right off the bat for you to have an example that matches maybe exactly what they want, although sometimes that happens. They're looking for an indication that you could probably do what they're thinking of. And so we put out a call for demo reel submissions, and on a character by character basis, we got a bunch of responses, and we listened to all of them, and kind of narrowed down like what we thought were good matches. For some of them, we sent them some specific line reads, so we could see how they would handle like characters that lines the characters would actually say, and we gave them a little bit of like artistic direction too, like this character is being sarcastic when they're saying this, or being flippant or something. And then
Or
they
just
sent
laugh
back,
for 10
and-
minutes and see what
Yeah, or
happens.
just laugh like a wild man, and
Laugh like a bastard.
yeah. And so you just kind of like you narrow it down that way. And in other cases, we reached out to people we knew in the voice acting world and asked for recommendations for people, and collected some demo reels that way too, or voice acting reels that way. So yeah, it's just like applying for an art job, like an animation job, or a job where you send your art portfolio in. You're reviewing things people are sending you, and yeah. Sorry, I'm trailing off badly trying to answer this. Brain stopped working.
Tiago asks, what is your favorite color of the alphabet between 1 and 10?
Are you asking if any of us has synesthesia?
I think
Not
the
that
answer
I
to this
know
question
of,
is
but
turtles.
yeah.
Turtles.
I like to.
62.
Turtles it is.
Forest Without Leaves asks, which Lacadaisy character would be the most romantic? The Valentine's question.
Who would be
Ivy?
or who would try?
Who would
I-
be successfully
I mean-
romantic, or who would be desperately trying to be romantic?
I mean, isn't desperately trying to be romantic the most romantic?
I mean,
You get so much
Rocky
practice.
would like to prove you otherwise.
Rocky is definitely the biggest romantic, and by that I don't necessarily mean like romantic love, but like a romantic in the sense like sees the world in a certain like poetic way, I think. Or kind of like puts a veneer of like this sort of
The English class
fanciful.
the English class definition of romantic, basically. Sorry, I've had too much
exactly.
Baileys.
He puts a fanciful veneer over everything, and thinks of it in terms of like iconography and lore and metaphor, and likens things to like deities of other pantheons and things. Like it's all a very like life's a stage sort of thing for him. But in terms of like characters are actually interested in romance, I think Ivy thinks she is, but I think she's really just trying to figure out who she is. Like she does a lot of like dancing and dating and just being a very much a social butterfly, but it's not exactly romance. It's romantic ideas, but not, or like romantic ideation, but not real romance. Mitzi is probably in the category for most romantic, just because she's, I mean, her motivations are all very much tied to grief and love. Zib also is, I think, similarly. motivated,
Yeah.
for different reasons.
Zib is maximum romantic on several levels.
Yeah,
Unbound.
yeah. There's a reason I made him the King of Hearts on the card deck art. And I mean, I think somebody like Nico could definitely be very romantic. He could be very in that he could be extremely charming, and I think he could win over
You can win over
probably a lot of
couple
a high percentage of the people he sets his sights on. But yeah.
Sorry, Mordecai fans, he's not that type.
Mordecai, I would say, is what we'd call
Yeah, I mean, the very much opposite of a romantic.
He is the type that hides behind what was the plant? A ficus?
A ficus.
Yeah, he's the type that when you flirt with him, he immediately hisses at you and hides behind inside a ficus.
He's that cat who hisses and runs away and then sits on top of the refrigerator and leers at you until you leave.
Isn't that actual cat?
To care for it.
Off the fridge, Mordecai.
Alt Grindel asks, what song is the rubber band going to be playing?
We aren't sure yet. We know the tempo of the song, but we don't know the exact song yet. So you'll see. We do have one song currently already composed for the film, and another one that's in the works right now. But I don't think we'll be using either of those for this particular thing. So
No.
Tracy, I
We
just
wanna-
thought of something. Oh, sorry.
all right, go ahead.
I just thought of a little note that maybe should be made about the whole romantic thing, because like we don't want like I don't think people can take this as facts, and with like people that like to like ship other characters and be like attacking them because this character is not interested.
Oh
in
yeah,
this,
who cares about
character's
canon?
not
Go have
interested in
fun.
Oh
Go-
yeah,
I
no.
just made
Yeah.
a little note, so they don't
Yeah.
go out and attack like anybody who ships anybody with Mordecai.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no, you
Yeah,
can't do
no.
that.
Yeah, to be clear, I am not taking a position on anybody's ships. I am absolutely fine with people having fun with the characters, and if you ship them with somebody, no matter how aromantic they may be in canon,
Yeah.
like, feel free, have fun. I'm not personally bothered by that at all. In fact, I really like it when people can interpret characters in their own way and envision.
Yeah, just have fun. Don't
Yeah.
go around
Yeah.
attacking anybody. It's the little note that I thought like, that could go south very fast. So I thought I'd make the little
Oh
note.
yeah, no, don't you don't have to enforce anything or play ship police to anybody's creative experiments or whatever they're just enjoying the characters in whatever ways. That's cool.
Do not be dicks to other fans. We will throw the nude at you.
Yeah.
I will find you.
And he'll get in your sleeve.
Find you.
Yeah.
Get rid
Eat
of-
all your
This is
cheese.
very
Yeah.
Newt is very weirdly good at finding bad shit people are saying.
What? Okay.
So I haven't done it in a long time because it's a bit uncool. But basically, when people would attack other people online, in any which way of either attacking them in a very not cool way of attacking like race, religion, creed, sexuality, etc., or generally just being a dick, I would usually pull them aside where available. Obviously doing this in private, never doxing anyone or anything. And after taking an hour or two to just, okay, profile picture, name, back search, ooh, a Twitter profile, ooh, a Facebook profile, ooh, a job listing, oh, that's where you work, that's your name, okay, let's make this a little more real, shall we, and have a civil discussion about things. You are a shitty person. Do not be a shitty person.
Yeah.
There are some very not great people that can appear that it's like, you don't want to typically do that to people, but I guess you're dealing with somebody who's like really heinous. It's like, you need to leave now.
Yeah, like
Yep.
death threats, all that type of stuff. Not
Oh,
necessary.
Yeah.
Not something we can get involved in.
No.
Yeah, that's
Especially
not
with
okay.
big things, small things. Like just let people be, please.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I prefer a no drama sort of deal
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mention it because the other
No,
day, sorry, yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say you're right to bring it up because I know there have been other fandoms and cases where you know a creator or something says something and then somebody misinterprets that as being like the only way these characters can be portrayed or something, and I'm just not personally in that. I'm not that
Yeah.
type of creator. I'm not. I don't have any like hard yes or no's about like what people can and can't do with them. You know, I don't draw like CP or anything like that, but you know,
That's just common sense.
that's just for
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
really. I mean, just
Yeah.
don't do that generally. Thanks.
Don't do
Um,
those
but,
things.
like,
Those things
yeah,
will
I
get you
really
a visit
don't-
from other people.
Yeah, it's not right. Angering the creators is probably the least of your worries if you are out there doing that. But well, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's not. But the internet is a weird place. But sorry,
boy.
Kari, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was.
No, it's totally fine. I mention it because I'm not going to mention what specific post it was in, but there was this fan art that was shared that was very pretty. It was a ship, and once it got like over 1K, there was a lot of people commenting hate to the character. To the artist because they didn't agree with who they were shipping. So I was like, oh no, this is starting to start, which is why I was like, let me make that note before they use this stream as like fuel to
Ammo?
like,
Yeah, no.
Tracy said so. I'm right, so you have to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do
Oh, yeah.
No.
Excellent, Kari.
Yeah, I really don't want to ever like inadvertently set up a artist for attack by stating this character is this way and therefore like any art that depicts them differently is wrong and bad. That is not my opinion at all. I think like artistic expression is I don't think should be necessarily stifled in that way. Maybe other creators feel differently and they can try to enforce that as they wish, but that's not my bag. So
Yep.
so yeah, I'm sorry if anyone's been given a hard time. Like I think I know what piece you're talking about, and maybe I should go say something. I don't know, but on the other hand, maybe I just make it worse if I did. So
Yeah, I
think
wouldn't
it's very
personally say
considerate,
anything.
but let
but,
this stay
yeah.
here. Just
Yeah.
for posterity. Just be like, don't be mean to each other. Like let people enjoy stuff.
yeah,
Is the best you can do.
And it's only a small part. Well, it's a fairly large part of it, but if anybody is a dick to you in the Lacadaisy area, please let us know.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if somebody's doing abusive things, like speak up. Don't let that just
we
happen.
have a team of moderators, and we are happy to help however we can.
Yeah. Von Vega says I ship Mordecai with ficus. Valid.
Oh yeah, there's been a few new Mordecai ships.
Mordecai said household appliances.
There was also
Oh, yeah.
Is iron.
there's also an objection to your most romantic character saying, but Rocky literally burned down a farm for Mitzi.
I that's a fair point, but I think if you look a little closer at Rocky, it's probably not Mitzi he did that for. This is
He
turning
might
out
say it is, but she never asked him
Yeah.
to do that.
He did
No.
it for frothy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to avenge him, you know. Even though he was already dead when he met him.
Oh, no, this talk was not about that comment, Polex. This is something else.
Oh no, not you, Polex. No, this was a controversy about a piece of art somebody posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing to do with you, Pollux. It was just a little note on how people can really take like a creator's comment and just run with it to prove a point.
Yeah.
Beth Purcell says the best ship is anyone and a healthy sleep schedule. Amen.
Yeah.
True.
Looking at a couple people in this chat. Wait, that's all of us. Shit.
What?
Exactly.
Who? A couple.
Looking
There's-
at you, and the camera.
Looking in the mirror.
And staring at a mirror.
I love how I did all this work on this Mitzi, and she moves very nicely, but then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna scrap all that work. Nah. Scrap
This is
everything.
A take. Spin Pumpkin says, didn't he burn down the barn to avenge his home, the car?
No, the car survived. The car was okay, but a few extra holes, but you know.
Sadly, we can only take questions in English, by the way,
Oh,
chat.
I can try to translate.
I mean,
that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Let's see what Google Translate gives us.
Yeah,
I
apologies.
mean, I guess if anybody's a
I
Spanish
don't hear.
speaker, we have Kare here, so if Kare can read
Yeah,
it.
if anybody
Yeah.
wants to ask a question in Spanish, go ahead.
The
But I do
question
not
was,
know
if-
Russian.
Yeah, yeah.
the Russian question was, if they say something interesting and you understand them, can you translate? Yeah, you can ask
Oh.
questions. We'll attempt to translate, but
I think they're
It-
asking chat for.
oh, they're
translation.
asking chat.
Ah, yeah, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, if someone can translate to Russian, go for it. But I don't know that there's anyone here.
Yeah. In that
You
case,
can.
I can also understand French, but yeah. And
Yeah.
Newt can speak. Newt can speak JavaScript, but he won't admit
I don't want to admit it. It's hell.
it.
I hate it. Fucking despise Java.
I know. That's why.
How
it's
was-
the language I know.
Newt, if you know Java, why Minecraft Java? Why? Why Minecraft in Java? Why did he do
because
that?
It was made when Java was in its heyday.
Fair. I'm
And
sure
then
Mojang
Just
is
never
really,
changed engine.
really regretting that that decision was ever made. They're like,
Well,
"Oh, why?
they literally recoded it in a different language when Microsoft.
They did, and now
bought
they
it.
have to support two versions of the same damn thing. It must be such a
Yeah,
headache.
it's Microsoft, and it's the most popular game in existence. They can handle it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but I'm more talking about the people who have to work on that. It's like, ugh, another thing got propped up, Ted. And we have to fix this now.
When you were mentioning your Rubberhose Mitzi redo from Dodo, Rubberhose is such an expressive animation style. Do you have a favorite example from that era?
Skeleton dance.
Oh gosh, we watched so many reference animations. We were just sharing them back and forth like crazy on the work server. I don't know that I had a favorite. I had some things that I was impressed by the sophistication of some of the things we saw.
Mhm.
There's this one short animated film about, or animated short, I guess you would call it, about musical instruments and like this music world. And it's so detailed. Like, it's in color too. It's one of the earlier color ones, I think. And all of the instruments are like fleshed out in detail, and God, it must have taken years to make that thing.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But looks like someone was asking a question in Spanish, actually. Forest Without Leaves.
Hola, but anyway. Una vez había un perro llamado Vegan. It's actually, it's not a question.
Oh, okay.
Forest Without Leaves. It's a Mexican like joke. I don't think it translates.
Is it like a limerick or something? Because it translates to once there was a dog named Glue, once it fell and stuck, according to Google. Is it like once was a man from Nantucket or something?
It's like that exactly.
I should go to my question backlog. I'm starting to have quite a few.
Okay.
Julian asks, when coming up with the story of Lacadaisy, was there any thought put into using cats and or other animal characters like dogs and birds?
Yeah, I actually thought long and hard about what I was going to do in terms of the animal thing. Like, making all of the characters cats kind of felt natural to me in some way. I had worked on prior projects of my own that were like, that featured a cast of characters that were all different kinds of animals. But I found it a bit of a distraction to the story, and because I wasn't writing something that was like a sort of like speculative biology or biofantasy of some kind where it mattered that they were animals in a very literal like story related sense. Like it wasn't pertinent to the story that they are drawn that way. In like the direct way that it like affects the plot and the characters are, cognizant of the fact that they are animals and not humans, or or that they have tails or horns or whatever. It's more allegorical, and it became a bit of a distraction because every time I draw something or draw a comic or put out a bit of story, like I would get all these questions about like, well, what happens if a deer has a kid with a cat, and I'm like, and what do they eat, and what do they ride on if there's like anthropomorphic horses and everything, and it always is a weird like, and if you're doing that kind of world building, it's fun to explore that kind of thing. Like you might invent like pack animals and things that they would use for transport or whatever, or food animals or something, or invent some kind of like almost sci-fi explanation for what they're doing, or fantastical explanation for it with fantasy creatures or something like that. But it really is a different kind of story than that, and a different kind of use of anthropomorphic characters, much more in line with like Disney's use of them or something like that, where it's not really the important thing about them in terms of like what they're doing, or how the plot is unfolding. It's more of a visual tool to kind of set tone and to be able to exaggerate expression and things like that, and to occasionally incorporate some like visual puns and stuff. But it's mostly about character appeal. And so I decided to keep all of the characters as cats, because that kind of just eliminated a lot of that, like, well, what happens if, a dog and a cat get together, or what does it mean that one is a dog and one is a cat, or like the cat's bad guys and the dog's good guys, and I just didn't want that kind of like distraction. Like I just wanted them to be
the fact that it's just an aesthetic choice is the point.
Yeah.
If you're going that route, you have to go the Beastars route, basically.
Yeah, like Beastars, where it's about the animalistic nature of them, in the differences in the animals, means that it's important for them to be drawn as different animals, obviously. Yeah. But here, that's, they certainly have an animalistic side, you might say, or like a beastly side to them, but or predatory side to them, but it's it's not quite so literal that they are cats here. They're, they're metaphorical cats, or they're people as drawn as represented with feline designs.
Oleg says, by the way, that if you have dog designs for the characters, that has already been done, I think.
Yeah, I did do dog drawings. Like I enjoy drawing all kinds of animals. I didn't do all cats because I'm just like, only cats matter, or like I only like cats. I love all animals, and I love drawing animals of all sorts. And so yeah, people have long asked the question, like, what would they look like if they were all dogs? And I was tempted to draw them all as just pugs, just to be an asshole. But maybe I should still do that. I don't know. But then I started thinking about like how it might be interesting to explore like what breed features I would use to represent them, just as like a shape language kind of thing, or like kind of a free association game between like, how what you think of certain dog breeds and their characteristics, and how that relates to like the type of characters these are and things. So yeah, it was just a fun little thing I did during a live stream at one point. It's up on the website somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I have also drawn them as potatoes too, to be fair. So I mean.
Draw them as parakeet or burbs.
Oh, I've had that conversation with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, way early in production. I think we talked about what kind of birds they'd all be.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what we settled on for.
I recall a few. I think Seraphine would be a secretary bird, and I think Nico would have been like a harpy eagle or something. Actually, there was like a different kind of
for Rocky. Was it a rooster for Rocky? Or
yeah, it was a rooster.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no goofier animal than a chicken. There just isn't. And they run around and go like,
very,
"I'm here!"
Very dramatic, very
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. I said Mordecai would be an African gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
Smart.
Yeah.
And ornery.
Yeah. I think we had answers for all those things. Wick would be some kind of fancy duck.
The irony.
Yeah.
Oh no. His alternative version would be his worst nightmare.
There was, like, I remember this discussion. Like, I actually put a lot of thought into what each one would be. If I could find our old conversations somewhere. I wish I had written it all down.
Also, I think we got a donation.
NJ, thank you for the super chat. NJ says, hello, just wanted to say y'all are grand, and I'm excited for what's in the future. Oh, that means a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's going to be great.
I hope so. We sure have been working hard on it, so...
we have. Yells, I'm going to head out for a couple of seconds, to have dinner, and then I'll be back. So I'm just going to silence my mic.
I think we might transition into doing Super Auto Pets, if you guys wanna.
If you do, I'll just be here to try and understand how it works, because I really want to play it.
Sure, we'll walk you through.
Yeah.
We were actually thinking, I don't know if there's anyone in the chat who plays the game or has played it, but we were thinking of opening it up to an arena battle if anyone does. You can join in, and it'll just be like an elimination round.
I still don't have it. I am going to get it after.
It is free. It's a free game.
Free? Ah, okay. Then I could.
Yep. You can play it. You can play it in your browser. You don't even have to download anything, or you can just download it from Steam for free.
Okay.
Steam up.
I'll check that out once I get back, and also depending on how much I can finish progress on this. I'm done with his jacket. Just need his tie and tail.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes, so I'll be back.
All right, go enjoy your meal. Fable, question for you from Forest That Leaves. Hey, Fable, what's the difference between a crow and a raven?
The difference is that a crow is smaller. Also, crows have larger flocks than ravens. Ravens, when you typically see them, if they are adults, they will be in a pair. They might have some children with them, if you see like a handful more. But they, they'll be kind of obviously juveniles based on the way they move, and sometimes their eye color and their mouth color. Like, with the interior of their mouths will be pink if they are young. But crows, so ravens, like, once the young get old enough, they'll, like, disperse. And sometimes they'll, like, gather together in, like, a big flock with some other ravens, but then they pair off eventually. Crows, though, they stay in big groups their entire lives. Like, when you see, like, a mob of crows, that's, like, their entire extended family. They just stick together, basically. So, those are the two big differences. Physically, ravens have kind of more of an eagle shape to their wings and tail shape. So if you look up and look at them, you could mistake them and be like, is that an eagle or a really large hawk? Until you notice the head. And their heads do tend to be a bit more thickly built than crows. And that's the difference. There's a few more too, but I mean, all of it's like really tiny stuff. Sorry, I just spewing about birds. It's like, oh yeah, let me tell you about this bird.
Like,
yeah.
Like from a distance, you might not be able to tell them apart very easily, but ravens are definitely a lot bigger. And if you see them in profile, I think they kind of have a different silhouette than a crow.
All right. Is Newt there?
Yep. And I got
All right.
the game open. I just installed
Okay.
it. I have not played it all.
I'll keep
Oh,
playing.
well, let's give you a little primer.
A little
then.
tutorial. Yeah. If you want to...
And if anyone else wants in chat wants to join in, just
they play it. So
oh sure, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
all right, Pi, we'll include you in an arena battle or something.
We could help teach you, Newt. If you share your screen, then I could show that, and then we could like teach you how to play, and then we could do a versus.
All right, let me finish signing up.
Carly
Okay.
Artis says, "Is it weird doing animation while watching someone animate on a video?" Because I feel like I'm the only one who does. I think we've had other animators pop in. I don't
Yeah,
know if they were
it's actually pretty
animating while
common.
They,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I know, like, I'm not doing animation myself, but I'm doing other, things related to the project, and I often have videos of things going in the background.
Yeah,
while
like
working
listening to
sometimes,
people just
art.
chat about stuff and just
art
generally
stuff,
kind of
sure.
cool, interesting things.
Yeah. Polex
Educational
says,
documentaries. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time to like absorb other information or even information related to what you're doing. Polex says, real question, when and why did you decide to make Freckle a master with guns? I wouldn't say he's a master with guns. I'd say he has a modicum of actual training from his brief stint in police training, but police academy. But he's I'd say competent, but motivated when he has a weapon. But but that like kind of sets him apart from the other characters who are just like ruffians and gangsters mostly who don't have formal training of any kind. Really, they just pick up a gun and wave it around because that's what you do to try to
Pull
stay
the
alive
button
or-
and pull the
Okay,
lever and gun go boom is their training.
Yeah, I mean, like Mordecai being an exception because I think Mordecai would have just self-taught and the autodidact who would have taught himself to take his gun apart and clean it.
What
and
you
put it back
mumbling
together
about there,
and-
Newt? Newt?
And spent time practicing in a range.
I'm here.
And Victor, who had some military experience, but other than that, yeah, most of the characters are not trained in the use of their weapon at all, and so
He got trained on the
I guess
job.
Freckle has a bit of
murder
a
job.
slight advantage there, but he also has like
There's the audio,
Newt, are you
a hot temper.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, sorry, I've been deaf for a while because the game is unbelievably loud.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I-
Sorry about that.
Took me a
Yeah, the
while
first
to
thing I
find
did
Yeah.
the first time I
the
played it was
top
like
that
turn
was
everything
okay.
off. Like, oh god. Loud.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready, Newt, and I can show your screen potentially.
Straight shot.
Oh, you are.
asked,
Okay, you're already doing it. All right.
Oh.
Let me get that out.
Shall I continue with my list of questions, or do you guys want me to be quiet while you do the tutorial thing?
We can try and slip some in if if there's an opening. I don't want to like talk over, because it's gonna require some talking on Fable's part to show Newt what's going on.
Oh, you don't have to read all this, Newt. Believe me, when you're playing the game, you'll kind of get the understanding. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, as you play it, it's basically, kind of teaches you as you go.
You're telling
Go
Root
back.
to not read
Just
the
hit,
manual? What?
hit arena mode. Alright. Oh, wonderful! This is great! You have 3 beavers. Buy all of these.
Carly
Actually-
says they are animating a Valentine thing.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yep, just put them down. Right now the order doesn't matter, just go ahead and buy it and plop them down right there.
Okay.
And if you hit roll, then it kind of resets it and it's randomized. This is an auto bottler, everyone. The idea is that you get a shop, and everything in the shop costs 3 gold, except for pills, which cost 1 gold. You can spend 10 gold looking for items in the shop or buying items in the shop, and every turn it resets, so there's no point in hoarding any gold. If you were to, you can't do it right now, Newt, but if you were to buy that apple and you would just drag it to the beaver, then the beaver would get 1 attack and 1 health. The little gray fist is attack, and the little red heart is health. So that means that he can punch for 2, but he also can take 2 hits himself. Well, he can take 2 hit points versus that. I would freeze. So here's another thing you can do. Click and drag that beaver down to where it said sell 1 gold before. See how it says freeze? This is what you do in order to prevent the next turn the shop rolling over, or when you hit roll from those pets from going away. So you can freeze anything in the shop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you bought the duck, give shop pets plus 1 health. The mosquito during battle he'll throw a rock that's worth 1 hit point to a random enemy. In addition to fighting. You'll see if you were to have bought him what will happen with that, but he's pretty good. I would freeze the mosquito, definitely freeze the beaver,
Oh.
or don't. That's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
Sorry.
There'll probably be another mosquito. So pick any one of these 2 words, and that's your name now. The illegal doggies. Yeah.
Forrest only just noticed Newt was on my head. Yeah. Carly Artis says, I saw beavers or something on top of my screen and I was confused. We have switched to gameplay mode.
Yep.
Yes.
Bray Dodo says, oh, this game. I watched Dangerously Funny playlist. I don't get it. It's
Yeah.
pretty simple.
Click the auto play
Conceptual.
button so that it just does it. Yeah. So you can see when the ant faints, it gives a friend 2-1. And you lost, but that's okay. So
Okay.
right now, in round 1, you only lose 1 heart per defeat. After a couple rounds, you will lose 2 hearts. After a couple rounds, after that, you will lose 3 hearts. Ooh, there's so many beavers. Oh, wow. Okay, so
Straight.
what I'm going to suggest you do
Have straight beaver
is
teeth.
merge the beavers at the top row. So put each beaver on top of another beaver. Merge your beavers. That's right. Merge.
All 3?
Merge. Yes.
The funniest thing about this
Yes.
game is like
Oh, wonderful.
context
Buy that swan,
things you would have-
because each turn, the swan will give you 1 extra gold, which effectively means 1 extra roll. Yep, go ahead.
But I do it at the back to protect it.
Well, yeah, you can do that. Alright, if you buy the otter, check out what it does. It's going to randomly buff one of those friends if you buy it and add it to your team. Go ahead.
So
Buy the otter. Cool, it buffed your beaver.
good.
Okay.
Um,
Now, your next option is you could buy one of those beavers, or freeze those beavers, and you could buy the honey. But I think just for the sake of experimentation, freeze one of the beavers, and roll once. So freeze, roll. You can say he stayed there, which is wonderful. He's a friend. Now, if you buy the otter, he will buff one of the 3 friends you have there. If you buy him and stack him on the other otter, though, he'll only buff either the swan or the beaver. He won't accidentally buff the otter, because you don't want that. You're going to merge these guys anyway, and their attack hearts don't stop. don't stack. When you stack friends, they only give the similar animal like 1/1 extra. So if you were to buy that beaver and stack him on the other beaver, he would turn into a 7/7, not into an 8/8.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now you have 3 friends.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You can see you also have level 2 friends, which means they have new abilities as they scale up. Yep. There we go. And you won this one. Nice. Okay, cool. You need 10 of those. You have no idea who's coming up next, so. It's turn 3. Tier 2 animals unlocked automatically. Now you lose 2 lives. Alright, so here is your next play. Buy that otter, stack that otter on the other otter. Now he's level 2, and because of that, he summoned a level 3 friend. Or tier 3 friend, excuse me. They're all represented by dice. You can't get these pets right now in the shop without having merged creatures, so the camel's pretty good right now. Go ahead and buy the camel.
So
He has a
he's
very
there,
interesting
he's
effect.
A friend behind, so I would probably put him here to buff the beaver for
Mhm.
a big follow-up. I would
Yes.
assume.
You might want to buff the beaver. You can also unfreeze the other beaver. It's unlikely you're going to find a bunch more beavers. He's not very useful after a while. But check out what the flamingo does. When he faints, he gives 2 friends behind +1/+1. Not randomly. The ones that are directly behind him. So if he was at the front, in front of the camel, then he would buff the camel and the beaver.
And then when the camel, if it's sacrificed, then the beaver just
Mm-hmm.
gets really tanky.
But what you might want to do is, before you buy that flamingo, freeze the flamingo, and then roll once just to see what else pops up, in case there's like a food item you might want instead.
Oh, it does cost
Okay.
to roll. Okay.
Yes, it costs 1.
Summon 1 dirty rat up front for the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so one cricket. Make the
The rat can be
nature
very
friendly
useful
side.
in conjunction with the
yes.
camel.
Ooh.
Yeah. The rat in conjunction with the camel can be very, very useful because he is going to summon a creature that's only 1/1, so he's only going to give the camel 1 hit as opposed to 4 hits or 3, so that he's able to buff the beaver behind him at least once before he potentially dies.
Octomar asks, is there an octopus?
Yes, there is, but only in the paid pack.
I
So,
like this one though.
yeah. You might want to unfreeze the penguin, the flamingo potentially, or you could do a thing where if you freeze that pill next round, this is going to be a fun thing to do with the penguin. Freeze a pill. Yep. Roll. Since there's no point in saving gold. Oh, cool. We're not going to use that right now, but that's pretty fun. The hedgehog is very fun. If you hover over the hedgehog, you see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
2 damage to all, including your own team. It's pretty funny.
I didn't think about that. It's just
Yeah.
a grenade.
He's a
Octomar
little
says, is there
grenade.
an octopus? I haven't seen one.
Yes.
I don't think there's
Yes,
an
in the
octopus.
paid pack there
Even
is
in
one.
the expansion pack? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like
I
a
haven't seen,
tier
like-
6. He's really rare.
Some things you would think are obvious. Like, I haven't seen any, like, lizards or newts. Like, there's an alligator, but that's, like, and a
Okay.
snake. But there aren't any, like...
I forgot how painfully slow autoplay is. I always play it on fast forward because this is so slow. The little, the double arrow at the top is the fast forward. It gives it it makes it go by a little faster if you're kind of tired of it at that tempo.
Tracy,
All right.
I sent you the questions. list
Now-
in case you want to keep answering them in chat.
Now, the next thing I suggest you might do is sell that otter. So click the otter, sell him. Or actually, well, that's fine. Notice when you sold him, you got 2 gold back. You got 11 gold at the start of the turn because of your swan. And when you sold your otter, because he's level 2, you get 2 gold back. Usually when you sell a friend, it's 1 gold back. Now, your otter's not really... Well, the beaver is, I guess, doing something right now. It's like your strongest unit at the moment, but you might not keep the beaver
He's my
later.
tank.
He's your tank at the moment, yeah. Now,
Okay.
I have an idea where buy the flamingo and put the flamingo up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you make that flamingo faint, he's going to buff the friends behind them. But permanently, because even though in battle, all stat increases are temporary, if you're in the shop, those stat increases are permanent. So unless it says otherwise. So pill the flamingo and watch what he does. Pills only cost you 1 gold, not 3. Nice. So now it's a 3/6 camel. This one is until the end of battle, the cupcake. It's like a temporary buff, but it is pretty useful. Early game, at least. I would say don't stack them, because if you don't merge them just yet, they will give you 2 extra gold the next turn, instead of 1 extra gold. The swan doesn't give 2 extra gold until he gets to level 2. So if you were to put in 2 swans in there, and you find a 3rd swan after so many rolls, then you could merge them. And you would get a tier 2. You would get a level 2. So freeze that swan. Actually, you might as well buy him so that you don't use up space in your shop while you're rolling him. Yeah, go ahead, buy him. Now roll. Alright, you can see what else happens here.
Health from the most healthy friend. 6 health, but okay.
Yeah.
Like dealing damage to friend behind. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. You can see how these things would start to synergize, basically. It's like how the elephant might affect the camel, how the rat's summoning a dirty rat might impact the camel favorably. Okay. I'm going to let you make decisions at this point. So, you could roll. You could feed somebody an apple. I would suggest don't feed an apple to the lower level swan. It's not going to do you any good when you merge them later. But anybody else is worth feeding an apple to.
I'm really tempted to replace rat with elephant, so that elephant hits camel, buffing
Yeah, but the rat is stronger.
every attack.
Because he's 5'6", but the elephant is only 5'3". I mean 3'5".
Fair.
Yeah.
Is there a maximum these numbers can get to?
50-50.
Damn.
Yeah. Go ahead. Feed your beaver. Go ahead, Newt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just gonna tank him out.
Just
Let's go.
roll. No. Yeah, go roll.
I mean, yeah, I can reroll.
Oh, another swan.
Oh.
Definitely freeze that. Then you can
All
make...
3 of these.
Well, you're going to have to freeze it because you don't have enough gold, but you'll be able to buy him next turn.
Right.
And then you can make a level 2 swan. And then you'll have space in your party for another friend. You can also roll again. You could also freeze one of those shop items. Like, you could freeze a food before you roll if you want. There you go. Now you got a plan for what you're going to do the next round. You will probably buy that meat bone and buy that swan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how this can
Oh, yeah.
can run away quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This game is crazy. You're just building a deck of cards and then you're making your friends fight each other.
I might give this a shot. It looks pretty.
Yeah. Could you hit the fast forward button?
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You can't?
Shit, no, I said, I mean, I can.
Oh, you lost. Okay. Now, if you find a snail, this is where that could come in handy. Now, merge some swans. Yes, go merge the swans. Ooh, a rooster. They're pretty good. So it will summon a 3/1 chick if you buy that rooster once the rooster dies. It's always, and the chick will always have half the attack of the rooster, and level 1 rooster summons 1 chick, level 2 summons 2, and 3 summons 3 chicks. So it effectively has a minimum of 4 punches at level 3. You gonna make another rat?
I'm tempted to just double rat. Just have a bigger, like,
A bigger pile of
a
rats.
wall.
It would be pretty funny.
I'm sorry, you are meant to die, my child.
Give the, you could give, back rat, the second rat, maybe give that one the meat bone since he has slightly lower the attack than the other, and you need to make sure that he kills friends. Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Now, do you want to level up your camel? In the future.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. People who play this, I know that there's better plays that can be done, but I don't want to steer him too hard. I want him to figure it out on his own, too, because that's what makes the game really fun.
Let me drive off this cliff of my own accord, damn it.
Ooh, there's the turtle.
Melon armor. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, turtles are very useful.
Ooh.
You could potentially freeze the turtle and then, like, buy him next round, even. Yeah. Because you can merge your rats. Another turtle! Oh my god. Turtles are basically melon armor. Also, it's, you can't buy that until several rounds later, so... Go ahead and roll.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
There we go. A rat. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh.
you lost. No, there's too many sheep. They bounced you back. Alright. Alright. Now. You might want to merge your rats. Yes. Merge your rats. Put a turtle in front of that rat.
Well, wouldn't I want to put the turtle...
No, because the camel depends on getting hurt. And he's not going to get hurt
Right,
if he has melon
not
armor on
killed.
him. Yeah.
Does the melon armor not qualify as hurt?
Nope,
Like if he-
because
if
it
he-
keeps
if
20
he lays
damage
down
from
damage.
happening. No, he doesn't get hurt if he has melon armor on. At least for right
Okay,
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you're going to want to start feeding these guys because they're getting kind of wimpy. That's why you're dying.
Right.
You gotta feed them things that will boost their health. Neither of those things will do it, although garlic armor is pretty useful, so it's a good idea to put that on your camel, sure.
I want the
Okay.
camel to last as long as possible.
Yeah,
No.
if you feed the camel another thing, it's gonna replace it though. So like if you were to feed it the bone attack, it won't give him two things. He'll only have bone attack or garlic. So just know that things like that, that will overwrite. But if you feed him a salad, so go ahead and buy a salad. Oh, you can't. But you might want to buy it for next
sorry,
round.
'cause I just rerolled.
Yeah, you could get a level 2 rat also next round, so if you freeze the rat... Yeah, go ahead and roll. You can unfreeze things too if you really don't want. Like a
Yeah.
level 2 turtle puts 2 melons behind him.
Okay.
You want to roll again?
Yeah.
Horse. Nah. Okay. Alright.
Straight Shot says, what about the donkeys? Can you use them?
There are no donkeys in the game currently. Though that would be really cute.
There are horses, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know the game looks super simple and cutesy. It's actually more complex than it appears. There's a lot of thinking involved and strategizing.
Ooh, I think you might just...
Oh,
I think you win! I think you win! Congratulations, you won! The strategy worked!
God.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, you can see why we're all
Strategy is
addicted.
for
Yeah. Think of all the dumb things you could do now. All the possibilities. Tier 4 unlocked. Cool. Nice. You didn't lose your last battle, so you don't have to worry about that. If you buy the rat, you will get a level 2 rat. He'll spawn 2 friends. So go ahead. Oh, this is good. This is very good. What I suggest you do is you might want to sell your beaver and put the cow in the back. The camel can buff your
the
swan
beaver
instead
does
as
all
your
the
fighter. But the
Oh,
cow...
Swan does have
yeah.
a decent
Yeah,
attack.
so first unfreeze that salad, just to be sure. This is really good. Unfreeze the salad. Yep. Now, sell the beaver.
Okay.
Yeah. Buy the cow. Check this out. You have 2 free milks. You don't have to pay for those. And you can give 1, 2, 1, 2 to any friend you want. I would say you might want to feed your camel.
So
Yeah.
you can take
Yeah.
more damage.
Yeah, exactly.
And I should swap these two, right?
Yeah, because your
So
swan is
the
stronger.
camel buffs her.
Yeah, you could feed your camel again, you could feed anybody else, but probably a good idea to just feed the camel. It's a good idea to
Yeah.
focus on one creature, primarily. And then everything else supports that one creature.
I could just go ahead and... I can go ahead and pop the turtle, right? Or I can...
Well, you might want to find more turtles first. It might be a good idea to buff the camel. It's only 1/1 for him, but still, anything you can give him is good. The turtle doesn't matter right now because he's just supposed to die. The snail, you can freeze that and then buy that later if you lose. So roll. Alright. Now, what might be a good play here is just buying the salad so that you can buff 2 random friends.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Now, roll. Apples are pretty common. You don't have to worry about that. Ooh. The penguin is very good. The penguin, you might want to replace the cow with your with the penguin next turn. Because he's going to scale anybody who is level 2 or and above. So yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to help buff everybody else. Without you even having to feed them. Alright, let's see how this goes. Cool. Alright, hitting the camel is actually in our favor. Alright, cool. He's just buffing that swan. He's just feeding
Wait,
that
that-
swan. He's giving him big food. Big
That
noms.
rat should have spawned 2 rats, right?
There wasn't enough room on the other team to spawn 2 rats, because the rat only made enough space for 1 friend.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He can spawn 2 rats, but only if there's room. Okay, now. This is what you want to do next, for sure. Sell that cow. Yep. Now, you could can food before the penguin, but it doesn't really matter if the penguin gets a buff, because he's in the back and he's just kind of supporting everybody else. If they get all the way past your swan, you're dead anyway.
I have the
But he
money.
could help buff the turtle if you were to buy the turtle. So, just to see what it does, go ahead, buy the canned food. Yeah, now buy that. Yep, go ahead. And you could buy the turtle, and then you could roll to see what shows up. Yep, alright. Cool. That's a pair that gives 2/2. That's pretty good. At least for right now. The hippo is fun, but you've got him kind of at round 8, which means he's going to be countered really easily. So I would just play what you got right now, see what happens. Yeah. Krabby Papaton says, the amount of combo potential is too much for my small brain. This is why I find it fun. Nice. Demolished ant. Nice. Nice. Bam. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, you
That was
lost.
close.
Oh, no. Aw. Alright. You can only afford 1 more death now. Alright. Now, there's not much point in pivoting.
Oh, you
Cause...
think that rat is actually helping things? Because he's
Yeah, the rat is
fighting against you.
Because because it's only a 1/1, each rat is basically buffing the camel.
Oh, okay.
It will start to not be good once turkeys come into play, but he's probably not going to encounter turkeys, so... And if he does, he'll learn why it's a bad idea after turkeys show up.
So should I feed the swan just to make her stronger? Or perhaps the camel to make him more hardy?
Yeah, that's probably a smart idea, because the camel's buffing the swan anyway. And the camel's also not getting buffed by the penguin, so... I wouldn't go for a level 3 swan right now. I don't think it's very important. That's like 3 extra gold instead of 2 extra gold, and I think you're fine. I would actually roll a few times, just like roll and see if there's any better options. Maybe pears is maybe what you want.
Internet
You don't have any
cultural
room
shit.
for the cow. Yeah. You want, like, food.
Calls them what?
Ships.
Pear. There you go.
And just keep
Pear. Ship.
fattening the camel up?
Yep, feed that camel. Might as well. Splash damage is pretty fun, especially if you were to put that on the turtle. That'll soften up the buddy behind the friend at the front. So yeah, sure, bite. Go ahead, chili that turtle. Roll. You could freeze the snail just to see it. Well, no, you're gonna lose anyway. Unfreeze the snails, because if you lose, you're gonna just like exit anyway. Oh, you forgot to unfreeze. Well, it doesn't matter. Keep that one buddy frozen for right now. All right, enter.
The Frenchman in me is upset that you're using frozen snails.
Gotta keep them fresh.
Oh, this is a fun thing. That puffer fish is gonna fuck you up.
A lot is happening.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. 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 Yeah! Yeah, you won! You won! Nice.
Okay, first game, I'm at a 5 victories.
Oh, you can level up your camel now. Buy that camel. I would say unfreeze the snail. You're gonna die if you die anyway, so... Yeah. Alright,
fair.
I would say you want to focus on leveling up your team and feeding them is your primary concern right now. So I would roll. Honeybee will just summon a bee if somebody's killed. Yeah, sushi. Go for it. Yeah. Alright, just roll. Find more food. And that's your main concern right now. That's salad. Why not? It doesn't matter who you feed. There you go. Roll.
I don't know this now.
Oh, fun, a monkey. Freeze the monkey. That might be fun for next round. Potentially.
Oh god, because that would... Oh. boy.
Yeah, the deer also in front of the rat could be pretty fun. Although yeah.
The deer has one of the most interesting abilities of all the characters.
Yeah, the bison, you don't have a level 3 friend, so you can't take advantage of the bison. The deer is really funny. If you survive, I'll totally recommend that you trade the turtle for the deer just to show you what happens. Or you might see a deer. This is what happens with the
there's a
deer.
deer.
This is gonna be fun. Okay. It turns into a bus, and the bus hits you with some chilies.
Oh no, flies. Oh god.
Oh god, flies. Oh god. Okay, alright. Alright, it's fine. The camel's just feeding the swan now. He's got this. You got this, you got this, you got this, because they just fed the swan! They fed the swan, and you win! You won, buddy!
I have a feeling that everything is about to ramp up dramatically.
Oh yeah, you can kind of get the sense
it
you're like,
keeps
oh,
getting
I am
harder.
screwed. That's why I was like, you need to start feeding your friends. Now, the melon is giving the rat an advantage by smacking things more, because the rat has such high attack relative to most everything else. So you could replace the turtle with the deer, but the penguin is scaling your camel and your swan and your rat, so I might not get rid of it, although if you were to buy the monkey, it will scale that turtle 3-3, which is pretty good. However, so much of your other team depends on that penguin that I personally wouldn't do it. So I would maybe buy the
What if I
salad.
did
If you did what?
Yeah, that's fair to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could replace rat with monkey and put it with deer.
No, because your whole system
No.
requires the rat. So honestly,
The rat,
probably
the rat is buffing. The
Yeah.
rat is actually buffing the
camel.
the camel.
That's why we're using the rat. Is that the rat
Right,
works
and
with the
camels-
camel? Yeah.
And the more attacks the camel gets, the more it buffs the swan behind it. So it's like
Mhm.
it actually benefits you to have a little 1/1 thing on the opposite
Yeah.
team to fight against.
Yeah.
Like in some, like you'll see creatures that have like abilities where they accidentally, or it looks like they have a downside where they hurt other members of your team or stuff or
Mhm.
something when they attack. But you can actually use that to your advantage because some characters, when they get hurt, with some animals when they get hurt, they buff their stats or they, increase their attack ability or something. So
Ooh, chocolate. Yeah, pair the camel. Maybe throw I would throw
chocolate. Oh,
yeah,
if
chocolate
you
the turtle.
Chocolate the turtle. He'll give melon armor to both the rat and the camel.
What if he chocolates the penguin and then he unfreezes the other two and then he rolls to see if he can find another penguin? Because that would be the most useful.
Yeah, maybe freeze the chocolate then and roll to see.
Yeah. Unfreeze the
The
animals.
chocolates.
Yeah.
Unfreeze the other two.
Roll.
If he chocolates the turtle,
Okay.
can we get a
Roll one more
sponsorship?
time.
One
Go
more
ahead, roll more. Alright, ooh, 2
Cool.
chocolates. Nice. He could just straight up level the penguin. So he could either level the penguin next turn, or he could level the turtle now.
Tough call. I think melon armor.
At this
So,
point, is going to be more
Fable
useful.
did say that melon armor would slightly stall the camel because it wouldn't get hurt anymore.
However, at this
Only
level,
one.
yeah, the melon armor is going to be more useful to you, and it only will stall for 20 damage, so he still might get hurt. Because that garlic armor is take 2 damage less, and that's going to be quickly not very useful anymore. So I would actually give a chocolate to the turtle. Go ahead. All right, and then I would give a chocolate to the penguin next turn. Yeah, you don't have the
Oh,
money
so
right now though.
frozen.
So let's see if you'll survive. Cool. Now everybody's getting buffed by that penguin, so that's extra good. So if we could buff that penguin, that'll be really good.
Uh-oh.
That's fine because the penguin wasn't really doing anything for
He
the
already
team
did what
synergy
he was
anyway. Yeah.
designed to do.
Yeah.
Come on, you
Yep.
can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got this.
Go
Do it.
Swan. Good baby. What a beautiful dancer. Okay, chocolate that penguin for sure. And maybe melon the swan. Yeah. So it doesn't get knocked out. Okay, roll. We're looking for more chocolates, more penguins. Okay. Neither of those things are a chocolate or penguin. We need chocolates and penguins. So roll again. Nope. Roll again.
Should we give that extra light?
Nope. Okay.
Ah, shoot.
Maybe garlic the penguin. Yeah. That's the only thing you can
Just
do
a
right now.
little bit of extra life.
Yeah, but you're not changing out your team anymore, so. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Everybody gets buffed.
Who's
Raff,
barking?
raff. Ooh, scorpion.
My
Nice.
my
Oh, and you killed the.
previous
Nice.
Uh,
Nice. Oh, the rat does not work well with the melon. I just realized.
Oh, shit.
Damn
Oh,
it. That's
yeah.
actually blocking one of our buffs. Okay, that's it. That was dumb. The turtle should not have been level 2. That was a bad move.
oops.
Whoop
It's
whoop.
okay.
Maybe if the penguin was behind the turtle instead, then the penguin could take splash damage. And then the penguin and the turtle would both get... So the rat and the penguin would have gotten the armor instead. So that the penguin could have shot somebody. I mean, he could have still, like, gotten in a hit. And the rat needs the melon, but the camel cannot have the melon. So that was probably the mistake. Yeah. So anyway, that's Super Auto Pets. Now we can now maybe play a versus match and see how that goes. What do you think, Newt?
Oh, whoops. Oh, no.
Yeah. Abandon game, top right. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna create a lobby.
Alright, give me one moment to
Mm-hmm.
feed a feral kitty outside, and I'll be right back.
Alright.
Wait, can I just like shift tab, right click, join lobby? I might be
Join
able to just do
lobby.
that.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to see who pops in. If anybody else has the game and wants to pop in.
While you guys figure that out, one of the big questions from the backlog. What's your all-time favorite character from any film, and would you want to be in their world?
That's a difficult question. My all-time favorite characters probably don't live in a world that I would want to live in.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's what makes it entertaining.
I mean, let's be real. As a kid, the character that I most definitively downloaded my personality from would probably, admittedly, be like, I don't know, Milo Thatch from Atlantis.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
I wanted to be Kim Possible.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. Kim Possible has everything under control.
Actually, that's what I wanted since I was a kid. Just something in control of what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jake, and this game is free on Steam, browser, and mobile. And
Will there be any other matches? I
no-
might join after watching this match. Yeah, I have this server open. I'm just waiting for people to join. Waiting for Tracy to get
And
back,
no
mostly.
individual with the Russian name, I apologize, I don't know how to read or pronounce that in English. We have not collabed with Vivian, and we do not have any affiliation with her. Have we crossed paths? I mean, we work in very similar industries, so we have talked before in a few circles.
I've met Viv, yeah.
I would call us professional acquaintances.
Yeah, we're colleagues.
Another hard question for Tracy. Tiki Tabby asks, what would the character's Starbucks order be?
Tracy went to see a feral kitty. She will be back,
Oh,
she said.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me go find, oh, there.
I mean, my Starbucks order is very disappointing, but
What is it?
it's usually a hot chocolate because I can't drink coffee.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
right. Yeah, you cannot have coffee. Can you even go into a
always feel
Starbucks
bad.
without risk?
No, so I can go in. It's not that sensitive. It's just
Okay, it's not like peanut. Okay.
No, I just can't drink it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this was a question for Fable earlier. Hatchet asks, have you ever drunk Bailey's from a shoe?
Can't say that I remember having drinking Bailey's from a shoe.
That's
Might
oddly
be an
specific.
interesting experience. I'm sure it'd have a certain flavor. Pure Bailey's?
I've
Mixed with
certainly done
anything?
Baileys.
Yeah. Why are you drinking Bailey's from a shoe?
Lolbit asks, are you going to make the animation a series? If so, that would be awesome for the channel.
If it gets the kind of money it would need to become a series, we would happily make it a series. Yes. But first, that's dependent on how well the short does.
Mhm.
So we're focusing on that right now. But yes, we would love for it to be a series.
I'll jump this forward because it's related to the game. Joe Plains asks, will there be any other matches? I might join after watching this match.
Yeah, right now, it looks like we already have 5 players waiting in the lobby. I will start the game once Trace gets back and jumps in. Newt, how are you in the lobby?
Yeah.
You waiting? Cool, okay.
Carly Artists asks, is it weird doing animation while watching someone animate a video? Because I feel like I'm the only one that does. I think a bunch of people told them no, they're doing that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
it's
that
pretty
all the
common.
time too.
Yeah. I love it when people pop in and they're working also, and I get to watch.
Yeah.
It's like, oh good, it's not just me.
Okay,
Yeah, we're just waiting for you. If you want to join in.
is it Lacadaisy?
Yep, lowercase. On the screen. We have 5
Okay.
people,
Oh,
6
sorry.
people now. Is that you? Did you just join?
Mm-hmm.
So is everybody in?
Did we have anyone from chat who wanted to join?
Yep.
Yep.
I could start it now. See where it goes. Hopefully everything goes well. There were some technical difficulties last night because they just did an update, but hopefully it's more stable today.
Did Pi get in? I know Pi said they played her.
I think I'm not sure if Pi is in right now.
We could start, and then if people are interested or they're still downloading stuff, we'll play another round after
All
this
right,
one.
fair.
Yeah. All right. Start
Sure,
game.
go ahead.
Sure.
All right. Don't cheat. Don't look at my screen. Don't cheat now.
Tracy.
You gonna play versus each other?
Yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Tiki Taki asked, what would the character's Starbucks order be?
Starbucks orders.
I get the feeling
I don't know,
that
like a.
sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can
was
hear
just
your
going
sound
to say
effects through my computer, and I'm like, what are you doing?
that maybe Ivy would like one of those things that they put out like special, like the what was it called, the unicorn thingy?
Oh, yeah.
Frappuccino or something like that.
Yeah, whatever the most sickeningly sweet, highly caffeinated, covered in whipped cream and caramel topping thing that
Yeah,
you can muster for Rocky.
Oh my god, it gave me a perfect name.
I like to do salted caramel mochachinos when I'm at the airport, so probably that.
A single beaver. Bye. Sorry, Beth.
Rest in peace, Beth.
I have a feeling I'm gonna murder everybody. But maybe not Tracy.
Oh, you probably will. You've played a lot more than I have, so.
Damn, that is not
I only
what I
finally
wanted
won
you to hit.
my first match.
Speaking of Beth, a question from Beth from earlier: who would be the top of Mitzi's OnlyFans supporters come Valentine's Day, Wick or Rocky?
Miss
I mean,
Bobka.
Wick only because he has the resources, but
Rocky shows it in other ways.
yeah, depends on like. Your
I
men's
found you a
top
shoe!
supporter.
It's full of Baileys.
I mean, Wick would be the biggest financial supporter. Rocky may be the biggest cheerleader. I guess. So.
God, you don't get a lot of time.
No, the timing. Yeah, the time is frustrating.
Meanwhile, I played this
Especially-
game so much that 40 seconds
Oh,
is
God.
interminable. Oh, all your horses murdered. Oh, Tracy. No, not your ponies. Your precious ponies. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that bee. Goodbye. That was fun. All my friends have top hats now. I put them in the more stylish wear. Oh, nice. Okay.
Joe Plains asked, did Ivy go to school in St. Louis or
I'll
Kansas
take it.
City?
I'll take it.
Before college, she went to school in Kansas City.
Oh, shoot. I should have taken that.
Alright, that was my
I'm a dummy.
questions.
Go for that. And maybe let's go for that.
You should definitely go for that, Fable.
Go for that, go for that, go for that. Go for and that. Alright. This is my play. Who do I stomp next? Carnage the Carnage. I'm actually curious who amongst our players that I might have already played, that have, not I've already played before, but who has played this game before. I should have frozen that mosquito. I'm very silly. I could have afforded it too.
God, I ran out of time.
It,
Oh, okay.
oh, murder. Sorry, Newt. Goodbye. 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 Wait, wait,
Goodbye.
wait. Draw. Nice. Meh. The cheesy parts. Oh my goodness, I love that. That is the perfect name. Alright, what next?
Lulbit asks, if the cats from Lacadaisy were real, would you join their group and help them do better at their job? No.
You should probably not do that. Those are possibly bad things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. Why not? Okay. Fable, Grandmaster Super Edipet's top 10 world standing. I would love that, but I'm pretty sure that my butt would get just stomped into goop by any number of players that I've seen. That's how I learned to be better, is I basically just watch them and get more ideas. Alright. Let's go.
Coffee, this is Super Auto Pets.
It's a free game you can get on Steam or Android or play in your browser. And it does not have ads, which is amazing. This is a really fun little game.
Oh, hi Tracy.
Oh, hey.
Hello again, Beth. Oh, my mosquito. Oh. 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 Ouch. That hurt. Beth, you bested me. Good job.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Good job, Beth.
Oh, the bee!
The bee.
The frustrating end bee.
Maybe... Nah. I'm not getting any good rolls here. Ooh. Another rabbit?
Either.
I might take that.
Someone with a Russian name that I can't read, I apologize, asks, what is Rocky's favorite syrup, and in what quantities does he prefer to use it?
Sorry, I can't do this and answer questions at the same time. 'Cause it's like there's a timer, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get a moment, so is it Rocky's what? Favorite syrup?
Yes.
In what quantities of syrup? Favorite syrup, all syrup. What quantities? All the syrup. All of it. Favorite. All. Did you guys hear about that molasses disaster? Where like a town just got like this big giant container of molasses that was just like so many gallons of molasses. I forget what city this was in. It collapsed and covered the city with syrup, and it killed so many people.
Yeah, I forget which one. Like
It was
7 or 8
just
people, right? Was it 7
This
or
is
8
where I
people?
think
or-
I die. Oh, I think it's
Rip,
Fable
rip.
again. Yep.
Okay.
I
Okay.
killed my own horse.
Feed my kangaroo. Feed it. Dummy.
Lulbit
Yummy.
asks
Yes.
if you
Ugh,
Thank you.
I got slaughtered. I self-sabotaged that stupid elephant.
Yes. Swan.
Lulbit asks, if you were a cat in Lacadaisy, what cat would you be, and how would you live in Lacadaisy? I would be in Canada doing something else.
I
Probably
like
legal.
that. I might. Yeah, I might do that. That could be a play. Well, that would be very frustrating. But I don't think I have the situation for that.
Damn it. Ah. Thank you. Fucking hell.
Roberto asks how long we're going to continue streaming.
Yeah, for, I don't know, maybe
I don't know, are
another
you
half
sick of us
hour to an
yet?
hour.
Curly Artist asked, wanted to ask what's better, waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
I'm on the waffles party.
French toast.
Very waffles.
French toast.
French toast is good when done well and terrible otherwise. So I've had some pretty bad waffles too.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, is it just me and Fable left?
Let's see.
Why did it put you two together twice in a row or something?
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm facing
never got
Tracy right now.
I never got a camel or a kangaroo. No, I'm facing you, Fable.
I'm facing Tracy at the moment. It'll save a prior team and make you fight that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it just... Oh,
Did it
put
kick
me
you
against
out?
Someone else. Weird. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it was just
Yeah.
playing a replay while I was waiting?
Yeah, it'll save a team and you'll be matched against the same person from a different round, basically.
Oh, I'm about to lose.
Yeah.
I have not gotten any,
There's-
God, I just keep
there's
rolling and rolling
so
and
much
getting
going
nothing.
on in this match. Okay. God, there were so many burgers flying around.
Ooh, this would be nice. I do like that. That might be worth it. Could do that, and then I don't really need the rabbit, but I like feeding things. Ooh, but the seal. Yeah, that's gonna be useful. Okay, seal.
Forrest asks, what would Rocky think of pancakes with dulce de leche or manjar? Distracting Tracy so she loses.
Let's change you for you. Yeah, okay. Alright.
Everything is
See
terrible.
how this goes.
Why are there so many motorcycles today?
We're having fun.
Against Fable again. Good lord.
It's weird that it keeps doing
Hello
that.
again, cheesy parts. Yeah. You're just beefing my ox. Okay.
What she says? Wait,
Stop beefing that ox, please.
Well done.
Nice. I destroyed you. Thank you.
Oh, I just fought Pi. Okay. I don't know if that
Okay.
was a live match or if that was.
Yes.
Straight Shot asks, why do you freeze animals?
So that you get them again on the next. So you can like, if you're still trying to decide, like you might be contingent on making another decision, like if something else pops up and or you know, it all depends on your priority for like swapping out your team and things like that.
Let's see.
So when you roll again, you don't want it to go away, so you can.
Yeah. That's better use of my money.
Good night, Beth.
Night. Just wait for the next round. Waiting for opponents. How come there are no cats in this game? There are. In the base pack, there is a black cat, a leopard, and a tiger. And the expansion, there's a tabby cat. I wish there were more cats, but there's no lions or anything like that yet. There's a lot of cool animals, though. There's like different bugs and stuff.
We'd say there are lions, but we'd be lion.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
here's Pie.
Okay, facing Tracy with her turtle rooster. Whoa. Whoa. Gotcha. Okay. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. B. Goodbye. Nice. Thank you, Tracy.
And I think that's me out of the game.
Oh. Yeah, it's me and
R.I.P.
me and Pi are the only ones left, so I have to beat him now.
I got a podium. I'll take it.
Let's see, salad. Nice. This is exactly who I wanted it to hit. Nice. Got. I could do the chili. Might do chili rabbit. Oh, I can't. That's fine. Let's roll a few times. Yeah, this is fine. Pear. Sure. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see what happens next round.
Tracy, Lolbit Garza asks, what would happen if the characters from Lacadaisy were in this game?
Oh god. They would have questionable abilities.
Mitzi,
I'll
shits
set up
in
another
the
lobby after this
broken
one.
wine bottle.
Rocky just sets both teams on fire.
If anybody else wants to play, you can find Super Auto Pets on browser. It's free. I think you can have a guest account, so you can play that way if you feel like it. Why do the animals have top hats? Because I put top hats on them. That's something you can do. Once you earn enough points, you can give them funny hats.
So I was asking if there are ocelots.
No, but there
I
are
don't think
leopards.
so.
So there's a leopard.
There's-
Pi has a leopard.
There's
And it hit a
cats
bad
and-
thing. That was a poor decision. Okay. Goodbye. 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 Feed my kangaroo. Go ahead. Do it. Feed my kangaroo. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bye. And goodbye. Bye. Alright. Thanks, Pi. I think that's it. I think I won. Yeah, I won. I think he has one life left, so now I have to stomp him. I'll, yeah, fuck it. You know what? First, get that. 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 Bam. Bam. Alright. Roll a few times. Chocolate. Nice. Seal. Sure. Sure. Okay. Alright. Time to kick Sai's butt. Unless he's able to pivot.
I like that he calls him Sai.
I think
Pie.
it's pie, but okay.
Bye. Alright. Alright, here's another question. Did Rocky ever get in trouble with train crews? Has he ever been given a set down? You mean like sat down and told off? Or what's a set down? Set down.
Sit down like a...
They said set specifically, but it's either a typo or it's a phrase that I'm not familiar with. Oh,
Has
cool.
Rocky ever gotten in trouble?
Alright.
Yes, and has he had a sit down before? Like, yeah, but he can't sit still long enough to listen to somebody lecture him, so...
I win. Thank you, Pi. That was fun. You had a cool little team. Leopard's pretty good. I'm sorry I'm just stronger than you. Sorry I'm just better than you. My inner asshole
Fable's
comes
been
out.
playing obsessively for the past month now, just
I
so you
cannot
know.
stop. I warned all my friends, I'm like, I'll show you this game, but it's very addictive, so... I'm too fast and knowledgeable. You can turn it around relatively quickly. I was playing against Jay, and he actually started getting the better of me pretty rapidly. So I'm gonna make another one. 1 second. All right, guys. Lacadaisy is up again. Go ahead and join if you want in again.
I was gonna say I'm tapping out.
Okay.
Night, Newt.
Good night,
starting
Newt.
to fall asleep.
All right.
Go sleep. Back to your terrarium.
I get to wake up.
I
at
thought he
7
was in a
a.m.
jar.
That's
The
It's a
jar-
If there's
terrarium
anyone else
jar.
in the chat who
Same
wants to
thing.
join us, now's the
Yeah.
chance.
Come on in.
The,
We got 2 people.
The jar has become a terrarium.
Ah, okay. They upgraded you.
It's a nice jar. It's a very nice jar. It's bigger than you think.
Yeah.
Good
Good night.
If we've ever
Good
been
Night.
Good night.
Tracy, Fable, when cats are upset, do they point their tail down or up? I've seen it both ways.
Upset. It depends what kind of
They
upset.
might, yeah, they usually will, like, if they're just kind of annoyed, they'll lash their tail back and forth. If they are, like, frightened and defensive, they will kind of arch their tail up and down and puff it, and they'll get all puffy and try to make themselves look bigger.
Huh.
And if they're, like, frightened, they will keep their tail very, very down and low.
If you're
Ah,
talking
okay.
about animation, though, I like to think of, if I'm anthropomorphizing a cat, I'll kind of use the tail almost like a hand. Like the way you might talk with your hand and gesticulate, it can kind of be replicated with the tail. Or like if you were to imagine like tensing up like your legs, basically, and like how that might make a tail stiffen.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm halfway through his tail.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like in the pose where he's like stretching towards Freckle, I don't know if just keeping it up so it doesn't lose itself, or if putting it down as if he was upset. But he's not that upset.
He's not that upset.
Actually,
He's
good.
teasing Freckle and he knows it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could like put it up and slightly curved so it creates like a silhouette, because this space
Yeah.
where I could put his tail is empty. So I could just
Yeah.
fill it out with a tail.
I would definitely make good use of the space you have as well to just like make a pleasing shape is good. And like when he goes, "What?" because he's reacting to Nina, like if his tail puffed a little bit in that instance before smoothing out
Yeah,
as he
that's what I'm
continues
doing.
his line. Yeah. And like the tail would stiffen on a puff just a bit. And like
Like,
when he
in the
goes,
example,
"Oh, Freckle," like you could do if you like do like a wave with your arm, like when he goes, "Oh, Freckle," you could kind of throw a wave in the tail and then it flicks up into that nice S-shaped position basically that would flow down from his spine very well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that might
think
be fun.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because then he's kind of emphasizing the line with his tail, and since nothing much else of him is moving, that would also like add a little energy to the shot, like keeping it interesting
Yeah.
looking throughout. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Rocky good with kids? Asks Aha Productions. You should not.
I mean, I think he'd be good at entertaining kids, but I wouldn't. I mean, as a responsible adult, I'd be like, no, don't leave your children.
He's
know.
basically a big kid himself, and so
yeah,
that would be
he
a
is
bad
kid,
mix.
and
Yeah.
with terrible ideas. So like,
Yeah.
then
Children would
things
just
on
be
fire.
minions to him. It's not a good idea to give him
yeah.
accomplices.
Are we waiting on anybody? What's
I'm waiting. Anybody else want to hop in? I can start the match. We have 4 players right now.
Would Rocky be that meme of like the guy that gives a oh, what was it? I think it was a squirrel, and where they give them a gun and says, "Take this, go do a crime."
Yes, actually, that is kind of what he does. More or less, he gives Freckle a gun. He's like, "Here you go, do a crime."
Oh my god! Like play us a symphony. Oh, sorry. Can I say?
All right, I'll start the game now. I think
it's
that's
fine.
yeah. All right.
There's
Yeah.
no context for it.
No, it's fine. Let's see. Horses. You know what? Sure, why not?
what am I even doing? What am I doing?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's do
I
this.
think I'm just gonna shelve the questions for now. I don't think these are gonna get asked. While you guys are doing this.
Oh no, you can ask a question, or I'm kind of eyeballing the chat at the same time.
Okay. Well, Philip asked if we've ever heard of a mobile game called Cats, short for Crash Arena Turbo Stars.
No, I don't think I
I
have.
have not heard of that, no.
No idea. And Forrest asked, would Mordecai's little sister Rose be friends with Rocky, or at least if they had been kids together, since they're both energetic?
Maybe?
That's a lot of
I don't
pigs.
think Rose was quite... that's all I got. It wouldn't give me any answer. I had no other choice.
It's a lot of pigs.
He
You like pigs? We got more pigs for your pigs.
No, I don't like pigs. I don't want pigs. Don't give me anything but pigs.
The most powerful mosquito. Okay, I'll take it. The most powerful mosquito. No, I didn't mean to do that! Ah, damn it. Ah, I didn't mean to merge them. Fine, whatever, that's how this is now. I'm very silly. My strategy! I was dumb.
I just have nothing to work with here, oh my god.
I will become the strongest mosquito. Joe Plains, let's
Hi,
go.
Pi, you've already won.
There. Oh! Oh, the bee! Oh, how dare you! If I had my other horse, I swear. You'd be so wrecked by my other horse. Alright, giraffe. Cool, I like that. Let's... Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Another giraffe! Oh, hell yeah! Let's go, double giraffe! I love this. This is dumb. Giraffe. Giraffe. I love giraffe. Giraffe. I love when you buy the giraffe. It says giraffe. It's a very silly game. Alright, let's go. Who am I facing next? What we got? What we got? What we got? Come on. I don't know. How do I be an obnoxious gaming streamer? Let's go. I'm a giraffe. Yes. Giraffe. There we go. Playing against Pi. There we go. B. Cricket. Cricket. Horse. I win. Alright. I shall buy this one. Maybe? That would be fun, but only if I got another giraffe. You might do that. I could do that. Yeah, buff my dodo. Go for it. Say I'm sponsored by HelloFresh. Not until they send me free food and money. I want my food and my money. I could do with a little bit of both. I'm hungry. Actually, I haven't eaten that much today. I really could do with both.
I actually have been using HelloFresh.
Yeah? We're not getting paid to advertise for them, so...
So I won't comment then.
Let's see, let's go. Who do I face next? It is Tracy. She's got a bunch of peacocks. Got a big old ox back there, too. Goodbye.
He's weak as can be.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get that ox. Oop, nope, you win. Nice. GG.
Good game. Alright.
Alright, this horse is doing nothing for me. I like you. Ooh, okay. Detecting strats. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. I wish I could get another giraffe. Those are pretty good. Do do do. Do 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 do. Waiting for opponents. Do 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 do. Feeling the dead air. Do 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 do.
Sorry. I'm juggling things.
That's fun.
And I'm
It.
animating kitty tails.
Fun.
Yeah,
I like
that's fun.
animating their tails. It's pretty amusing. Yeah.
I like
All right,
animating anything
bye.
that requires like some physics.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
fun.
Bye. 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 Oh, we draw. Nice.
Albert asks, why do you like the 20s or 80s in Lacadaisy?
Reasons beyond my comprehension. I don't know, the 20s is a fascinating decade. That is just kind of extremely hedonistic, and by comparison to the time periods prior, the Edwardian and Victorian era, it just was like, it's hard to explain just how profoundly different everything was suddenly. It's just an interesting time to explore. It's lot of interesting art and influences, lots of interesting like socio-political situations and
Yes.
economic ones, of course. That of course they led to disaster, but it's interesting to explore from a storytelling standpoint.
Yes. Got my play. Alright. Let's go.
Liberto asks, at Lacadaisy, but I assume they mean Fable, you really like giraffes, don't you? And I'm not just talking about in-game.
Giraffes are pretty cool. Sure. Really big antelope. Long horse. Love it. Gotta love a long horse. Covered in hexagons or pentagons or octagons. Or entagons or septagons or whatever.
Hi,
However
Carly,
many
it
sides
is.
to the gons there are. Yeah, there we go.
Bye, Carly.
Alright.
See ya.
Carly.
Thanks for joining
Bye-bye.
us.
Someone asks, what kind of music do you prefer to listen to? This is a question for everyone.
I like lots of music. I mean, electro swing is pretty good, but, you know, I feel like that's the obvious answer. Ooh, a parrot.
I like
do like-
everything fast and heavy.
I also prefer music with a faster beat. It may be the fact that it needs to maintain my attention. Even though I generally just like stuff that's instrumental, whether it be electronic or just like orchestral, anything that mostly has instruments, I really like. Doesn't mean I don't like music with lyrics. It's just that sometimes I feel like the lyrics don't fit, or I just don't like the lyrics. I just prefer the instrumental parts.
All right, Joe. I'm curious, did he already die? Did he fall out?
Yeah.
Ooh, a rooster. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Goodbye. 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 And goodbye. Thank you, pie. That was a nice slice of pie.
Aha Productions asks, what is the weirdest research rabbit hole that Lacadaisy has taken you on?
Gosh. Again, I can't answer that right now. I have a minute to think about like how to build a team here.
Answer after.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. We got some hecking yeahs. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah? Yes. Pleased. I am very...
Also, Chad is pointing out that Long Horse is a Trevor Henderson monster.
To me, it's a reference to this hilarious rant somebody had on Reddit a while ago, where there was somebody posted a video of a giraffe sitting in its enclosure, and it was licking the wall. It happened to be licking pictures of like leaves or fruits or whatever, and it just looked really goofy. So everybody on Reddit was going like, haha, the giraffe, oh, that's really cute, oh, that's goofy. This one guy was just incensed by everybody loving this giraffe. I don't know if he was having a bad day or what was going on, but he just started ranting about how giraffes are horrible, and it's like, I don't get it. Why are they so popular? They're just spotted. You know, everybody's in love with these long horses. And it's like, the rant is so much funnier than what I just described. But it made me crack up super hard. Long horses. Ooh, you got a good counter here, Tracy. You got a counter to my bullshit. Maybe. Nope, absolutely.
I don't know if you're playing a live version of me, because I'm playing.
I'm not.
Right
I'm
now.
not. It's called Tracy Clone. So.
Oh, okay.
That was when you had the scorpion up front. But now I can do
Okay.
this. Hello. I like you. Yeah, I'm gonna actually pivot and go for that. And then could do that. It would be cool if I could do 3, but that's unlikely. I gotta get around scorpions now.
I like how the hats sometimes just eat their heads.
Okay. Okay. Waiting. Production says, I once knew a girl who was scarred because a giraffe licked her arm. She hates giraffes and is equally incensed at their existence. Because it licked her arm?
They do have freaky ass tongues.
They do, but
Yeah,
it's not the
they're-
giraffe's fault.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the creature whose tongue freaks me out the most is the woodpecker.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
But wrapping your tongue around your own skull for extra padding is a little much. Philip wants to know if you've ever listened to Synthwave.
Yes. Yes, I have. Cool. Can maybe get this leveled up. That'd be cool.
I have to. Wish it wasn't directed at me, I guess.
I don't know if I want more kangaroos. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Alex,
Fuck it.
thanks for sticking around for the whole stream almost.
Yeah. Why are the animals fighting? Says Octomar. Don't they love each other? They're playing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're fine.
Animals loving each other. Somebody hasn't watched a lot of Discovery Channel.
They're just playing with their teeth.
One of the comedians I sometimes follow has managed to deepfake David Attenborough. He's making really joke versions of that actor.
Bless you.
Alright. Got that scorpion build again.
No, I just haven't been able to level up, but I don't want them there. I just not getting
Yeah.
any rolls of the stuff I actually need, and
Yeah. Bad luck.
it's garbage.
Yeah, I wasn't
Absolute
getting too many
garbage.
good things. But I got lucky and I got that giraffe and I was like, okay. I win. Thank you. That was fun. Alright. One more round or should we call it GG and end the stream? How you guys are feeling?
I think it's time to. It's about 10 o'clock. Should.
Yeah, it's about 8 for me. I think that's
I
a
got
good
work
time.
I gotta do.
Same, and I got food that I gotta eat. Alright, folks. Yeah, thank you so much for joining our stream. I hope you had a good time watching us animate, listening to us talk, and watching us play or playing yourself Super Auto Pets. This was pretty entertaining. I love this game to pieces. But yeah, if you are interested in this game, it is free on Steam and browser and on the phone.
There's a couple of questions we can answer
sure.
before popping off.
Sure.
I think it's Ilya is the name, who's asking, some time ago I observed that there were sets of glasses on sale, or not glasses, I forgot the type of glassware, so these sets, will they still appear or will they not? So those were an exclusive, like, one-time thing for pre-order. We only made up 1,000 of them. They were shot glass sets that came in a box. And so the 1,000 of them that we produced sold out entirely. So actually, I think Iron Circus may have like a handful of them, and the only way to get them though in the future would probably be to go to a convention where they may just happen to have brought them. So yeah, so it's kind of a collector's item thing, and we made a limited number. So yeah, they won't be available anywhere after this. Sorry about that. And then there was another question. Oh, Forrest That Leaves says, what would Victor do in the present day? Probably get knee surgery so he could walk.
Knee surgery.
Knee replacement.
Get knee surgery and get off by Mordecai in the hospital.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Did I miss any other questions? I think.
I don't think so. My list is empty, so I think we're good.
Max Palace's favorite classic rock band. Tough call, maybe Queen.
Yeah, Queen's a good choice.
Okay, I think I don't see any other immediate questions in the recent past here, so. Alright, thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you all have a very lovely weekend, and we'll see you again soon for another work stream. Don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but
Yeah, we'll
one
see.
of those.
It's basically
see.
dependent on how busy are we and how tired are we. So,
Yep.
well, yeah, thank you so much for joining us. See ya.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
How do
Night,
I
everyone.
close this thing?